sure. Plus the sussy with a wink till the comics that guy sink. Glitch alarms and switching screens, a virtual world, no in-betweens. Pure in touch and iron will, bad guy shiver at her thrill. With a crew she's never alone, virtual paws break every stone. Hot bands give justice call, feel her spirit stand so tall. Hot to justice, heart so pure, cracking cases that's for sure. Plus the sussy with a wink till the comics bad guy sink. Switching screens, a virtual world, no in-betweens. Pure in touch and iron will, bad guy shiver at her thrill. With her crew she's never alone, virtual paws break every stone. Hot fence get justice call, feel her spirit stand so tall. Hot to justice, heart so pure, cracking cases that's for sure. Plus the sussy with a wink till the comics bad guy sink. To justice, heart so pure, cracking cases that's for sure. Plus the sussy with a wink till the comics bad guy sink. Till the body shines so bright, clumsy hot flood holds her crown, busting sassy folks she's found. Ears perk up a burp in sight, with a smile she takes the fight. Buns and balls won't break her stride, carrying heart she won't hide. Hot to justice, heart so pure, in cases that's for sure. Plus the sussy with a wink till the comics bad guy sink. Glitch alarms and switching screens, a virtual world, no in-betweens. Pure in touch and iron will, bad guy shiver at her thrill. With a crew she's never alone, virtual paws break every stone. Hot bands give justice call, feel her spirit stand so tall. Hot to justice, heart so pure, cracking cases that's for sure. Plus the sussy with a wink till the comics bad guy sink. Switching screens, a virtual world, no in-betweens. Pure in touch and iron will, bad guy shiver at her thrill. With her crew she's never alone, virtual paws break every stone. Hot fence get justice call, feel her spirit stand so tall. Hot to justice, heart so pure, cracking cases that's for sure. Plus the sussy with a wink till the comics bad guy sink. To justice, heart so pure, cracking cases that's for sure. Plus the sussy with a wink till the comics bad guy sink.
Yo, peasants, how are we going today? Are we having a good day? Ooh, so we're streaming today. I was hoping to get on earlier today, but like I was like downloading that sponsor for hours and hours. I literally had to forfeit it because it was just kept erroring. So I was just like, so we didn't. But also, I was less tired. I'm still tired, but I want to stream for a bit today. So we're gonna react to some stuff, see what's out there, see what we're gonna do reaction wise. We might play a game if I pick up a bit, but there's death behind these eyes. Nothing but death, guys. So I'm Shrippy, yeah, pretty much. I'm Shrippy. You know what I thought like would be great? For sleepiness, cursed videos, of course, and reacting to chats, videos. So we have some like cursed topics, I guess, to go through, but we also have just it's like ones that have been suggested earlier. No, that was before I went to bed. Fought. That wasn't a fight. That was a flawless victory. I won, bitch. Okay, why is that not working? Okay. So the Twitch chat is working. It's just not quite right, I think. Let me go to Stream Elements and try and fix this a bit too. But yeah, so it was in like the morning. No, I won. I made fantastic points. And you know what? Facts are on my side, bitch. I think I have a hard cap on like how much RAM my thing is allowed to use, so we'll see. I think it's just like, I think it's fighting against it. Let me go to chat box overlays. I won. It's okay. It's okay. Not everyone can be big and smart like me. Look at my giant cranium, guys. I know, is it all fucking assholes talking about how it is white culture? Because I would be very surprised if there's something like that gives both sides, or doesn't talk about that. And I don't know, I think I'm the only one who's watched the show here. That's the thing. It's like that moment of Knights of the Seven. Oh, fuck that guy, no. He's extra wrong. He was wrong on that one. I wouldn't go to him for information on it now, that's for sure. That's what I do. No offense, but like, no, I would not watch his videos on Knights of the Seven Kingdoms. Seeing what he already said about the previous one was incorrect about the show too. So, like, he's like, oh, I hate how this gay guy's in it. He's not even gay, man. He's not even gay. People just saying shit. It's that people are talking about Knights of the Seven Kingdoms. People are trying to make it the newest. This is about, you know, this is woke or not woke, or the unprettiness of it's not woke. Blah blah blah. He's talking about how it's not really woke and not woke. No, he didn't say he hates gay. He said, I dislike how the gay guy is like dancing with him and we're wasting plot points on the gay guy. He's not gay. He's just two homies dancing together. That's my point of point of view. It's like, if two straight guys can't dance in the vicinity of an medieval circle together and not be gay, I think the problem is with you. Two homies can't dance together without it being gay, huh? The world's out of control, guys. That's where the credibility is a bit. Look, because it really shows, like, if you have a already set notion of like what you're looking out for a show, you're gonna create problems in your mind. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I'm enjoying it quite a lot. It's quite good. There's like some discourse mainly about it. Some people try to claim it as culture. It's like, oh, this is my real culture. This is my white culture. This is blah blah blah. And the show's perfect. Perfect knight chivalry and stuff. And people's like, no one cares. Can we just watch the show? On it, let's talk about the coach's chivalry. The coach? Oh, do you mean his sir? His lord? No, his sir. You know, you mean the one he squired towards? I went to the war to fight for
What the
land,
hell is
fight
this?
The hero's God on my side, and a gun in my hand, chasing my days down to zero. This is the thing came to mind as soon as I saw Erundel. People see God when they see me. Maybe it's their life flashing. I'm tired of all the woke arguments. Culture war exhausting. I know. I know. Oh, fine, send it to me. But I bet you it's going to be slightly annoying. But this is what I mean with you going to shows, going, if I see something woke, I'm gonna be pissed off. And you're like, and this is what woke is, XYZ. You're going to find things that aren't even there to be mad of if you're too deep in the hole. And that's my problem with some of their arguments. They're looking for the things, and they're not actually even in the show. And it's kind of very silly. Like, they were calling things George R. R. Martin put in himself in the 90s when he wrote these books woke. And I'm just like... It's like a man can't just write his own fucking books anymore, can he? Hey, Wicked. But I hate when things cross over into shows that are just my chill show, and people are just like, oh, I see it. I'm gonna use this for my culture war now, and it's just like... Because I've watched all the Game of Thrones stuff, books, listened to audiobooks, read them, even though I do think high fantasy writing is like a bit of a slog sometimes. I enjoy the overall storytelling. Yeah. Like, I can get some of the story complaints on, like, they changed the Valerians in House of the Dragon to a different race. Even though it's not really mentioned what race they are, other than they have Valerian looks. But it kind of fucks up a plot point. And that's where I would say is when it doesn't work if you fuck up your plot point. Like, you're not paying attention enough with your change that you fuck up a bit. Because it... But yeah. Sorry, I'm just raging because, of course, Rox is sprang it up straight away. Hey, Bus. But that's me with my shows. When a show is, like, naturally chill and other people try and make it not chill, it's just like... sad face. But yeah, we're gonna do a video going over Bunny Blue from the beginning to the end, because that's what I think of when I think of cursed information. And also, I saw a post about it. I think it was Cindy's or something. One of Cindy's, and I replied to it. And I find it so hard to believe she actually did these stunts that I need the information to know, is this real or not? It's a song about Soldier of UK in 1916. Ah. Yeah, bitch, and you asked me to watch the video, and I explained how it might piss me off. I explained, bitch! Blaming Roxas or Luca, always. Always have someone to blame. That's rule number 1, guys. Yeah? I haven't seen that. Your comment on it? That's my rule about everything. I have rules about this stuff. Always have someone to blame. Rule number 1. Right there, boys. The Mexican, she is white. I don't have that many Mexicans in my country. See, I'm Australian. I'm not American, so I don't have, like, some crazy back and forwards going on with the Mexicans. Where... So... there we go, it's working-ish. Where is the YouTube chat? We're testing it out. Okay, so here's the YouTube chat we're testing to see compared to the Twitch chat. Let me adjust their size. I think it's 3-dimensional, but don't quote me on that. That makes me evil. I love this song, it's nice. Yo, I am, welcome in. On my stream? On my stream? This is my stream, what do you mean, guys? Whose stream is this? Whose? If people are looking for problems, they will find them. Counterpoint, I have seen straight dudes dance together in real life, though. You have seen or haven't? And yes, guys can dance together. Guys dance around each other, especially drunk. You know what I mean? That's what I said. So that's what my thought process. I didn't think, oh, wow, this is super gay. I'm going to say there was a little bit of tension when they did step on each other's shoes. But if you have a bro and you're broing, You're gonna have a little bit of sexual tension. That's just facts. But but get guys drunk together. You're gonna have a crazy gay time. No, you're gonna have a crazy time of broing, dancing, and doing stupid stuff. At least that's what I thought. Crad. I thought you were mad. I thought you had something to help her with. My bad. I think you're more important than you are. You think you are more important. Roxas. We need to get you better text to speech or help you to learn how to type. It's getting out of control. It was like when you were arguing on Twitter, it's like people could understand. She was like, "Oh, we're having a argument about shows. One of the shows, season finale this weekend, so I'm pumped." Oh, Roxas is getting shot, of course. Shots fired. But nah, but pretty much, yeah, Roxas wants me to watch a video on the Knights of the Seven Kingdom from the guy I previously watched one about. I literally was rage typing all the things he got incorrect while it was happening. So I was like, no, bro, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is a leap. What the fuck is this? Like, so, and now he wants to watch someone about some argument people are trying to have about the show, which is so dumb, seeing it's a fantasy show. You aren't. There is a couple shows, like anime I never argue about, but like as soon as it like even touches upon like history or stuff, I start getting like really passionate and annoyed about it. I guess. It would have been easier if you had gotten the mic and yelled at each other for it. That's the thing, I don't want to yell at a streamer. I can think they're wrong and not want to yell at them. Like, I even commented on the dude's video, dude, he's not gay. He's not gay. Like, well, he's a rake, as they would put it, but, like, he's not gay. It's really... Well, it doesn't matter if he's not gay. Dunk ain't gay, either. In canon. Dill thinks I'm wrong. I call him a bitch all the time. You should have heard me on the phone when I called him on Discord about trying to help do the stupid RAM problem. I'm like, you dumb slut. You didn't explain that right. As you were rage typing. Maybe. Nah, I can type and rage at the same time. I'm talented like that. Oh, the title is literally, this is why. Roxas, I'm gonna warn you, if we watch this, you're gonna get roasted for suggesting it. I'm gonna be honest. And I can't protect you if we roasted Roxas. People are gonna say you send the same stuff again. And I'm gonna be like, I can't help you. Two screens. Welcome to the two-screen gang. Okay, this isn't working. Let me move this. I'm trying to move my screen. It won't go down. There we go. Okay, this guy is always talking about anti-woke stuff and getting into arguments on Twitter. That's what I knew him from, and now the previous Knights of the Seven Kingdom things. And this may not matter to anyone but me, because I've watched it. I don't know if anyone else has watched it yet. I do want it with Fallout to be one of our watch-along videos, though. We'll start with to raise my blood pressure by watching this. Christian 2. He better, because I'll say that's fair if he complains about the Christians too. Earlier today, so yeah. Ashes of Creation. I'm in for Roxy. Oh my god. Thanks, Falcon. I hope you enjoyed this. Hello. How you going, homie? Why is this not liking me today? Is it where the mic is? Is that any better? Fuck my life. Okay. Can I rage when I rage? No, that's the thing. When I'm typing, I somehow get angrier than when I'm talking. I just fucking start furiously. A pyramid scheme. Oh, I love interesting stuff like that. All good, mate, and thanks for the welcome. No problem. So I'm gonna warn you beforehand that I will say when he's wrong, but I will say when it's fair. Like, okay. but this is one of the shows I did want to do a watch along with Fallout, because they're two shows I quite enjoy, and Fallout is relevant to our stuff. Knights of the Seven Kingdom, I just want to force more people to watch it so someone will talk to me about it. Yeah. My bunny eyes are red. I rarely call people, it's true.
To tell you what actually happened in the latest episode, in case you haven't seen it, the main character, which is a head
I'm about to do a fucking start uploading to the Raging Deli channel again because I'm be raging at fandoms
knight.
again.
In other words, he has the title, but he has no fortune, and he's pretty much like a homeless knight. Has went into a medieval festival, a tourney.
Homeless, bitchless, you know, the whole thing. And he's a squire that was just turned into a knight when his master died. I won't give you book spoilers, but just what the show. So his he calls him his sir, who found him as like a 10-year-old or something, took him on as a squire, etc. And so this is his first tourney, trying to make a name for himself. It's his only shot, really, to make any money. If not, he has to sell the horses, etc.
And over there, he noticed how one of the princes, one of the Targaryens, has assaulted a female actress. Like, she was a puppeteer, and the prince went to her, slammed her down.
Yes, there has been a lot of like back and forwards comparisons to A Knight's Tale, yes. Technically, George R. R. Martin's book did come out 2 years before The Knight's Tale, but this idea of a impoverished knight that is not nobility becoming a knight is not a newish story, but he has interesting twists on it, and it's an idea that's been around for ages because, though it's kind of like on the same level as Cinderella, it rarely, if not never, happened in reality, but this is a fantasy show. And it's the same thing in The Knight's Tale is not accurate, but they bring up how strict the knight system is. Like 90% of the time, it is nobility. Probably 99%. Pretty much the only people who got knighted that weren't nobility were sons of knights, which were technically nobility again, or they were war heroes. Like ridiculously well-established war heroes, or you literally saved like a king's life or something. That's where your chances of getting knighted as like a peasant.
And started snapping her fingers. And the knight decided to stand for the weak, right? Because that's his vow. Stand for the innocent. And so he struck the prince. And the prince
he also he had the hots for the chick that got struck. But yes, he struck the prince not realizing he was the prince. It was the best scene ever. Kicked that little boy, that angry prince, across the room. Best scene ever.
Demanded that the knight be punished, and he requested a trial by combat. And so now he...
Okay, pretty much what happened is hitting a prince, and this is real in the real world, can get you executed. Like, old rules. But in this world, when you break a law, if you can't prove your innocence, you can do trial by combat, if you've seen Game of Thrones. But a lesser known and more medieval one is a trial by 7. So it's actually Dunk, the impoverished knight, that asks for a trial by combat because he can't prove his innocence, or technically he is guilty of hitting a prince. So, yeah, so he does a trial by combat because it's not really the most just claim the prince is having, and the prince's dad himself is trying to get him to drop it because it's stupid. But obviously Dunk is like a 6'7" wall, and the prince is not. So the prince then asks for a trial by 7, which is 7 men versus 7 men, and whatever 7 men there's a survivor left means the gods chose that they were in the right. It's really like an old Erundel, which is the main people of Westeros.
He had to get 6 other people to join on his side, and he would fight the prince with...
Pretty much, it's a let the gods decide. And it's a situation where you don't know if you could win, or it's a really difficult situation. Technically, a trial by combat is also a let the gods decide moment.
6 others. The Hand of the King, another Targaryen, decides to join the knight, because he believes his cause is just, and he believes that
What? Go back.
the Hand of the King, another Targaryen, decides to join the Night because he
I'm really concerned if he's actually watched this show because he just called them the Hand of the King. Join the Night. That is a Targaryen, yes, but he is the prince, the heir to Dragonstone, as in he is the king's first son. It is mentioned like 10 times through this show. He's the king's son. His brother even brings up when he volunteers, brother, have you gone mad? Micah, another prince. So I don't know why he's calling him the Hand of the King.
he believes his cause is just, and he believes that he
And if you haven't watched Game of Thrones, the Hand of the King is pretty much the right-hand man. He's like your prime minister of the king.
uphold the law. And so it's a very interesting episode, right? And Jack Posobiec is saying that this is white culture. Now, the reason that Jack Posobiec says this is that for the last decade and a half, there have been numerous attacks from Oxford, Harvard, and many other universities funded by leftist politicians and leftist business.
Usually it's a wise person with a lot of experience that's named to the position. Still a noble, but someone who actually, wasn't just born into the job. Pretty much.
People, in order to declare that white people have no culture. But this is an example where it's impossible to deny that this isn't white.
This is a concept that's very American, and I think it's used a lot that American white people have no culture, or modern white people have no culture, whatever. So I don't know if it fully even connects to white people have no history of culture, or something like that. It's usually a jab at the idea that most modern, especially Western white people, are completely disconnected to any of their genetic roots culture. And so that's why it's like a complicated thing, but I would say this is a very American-focused mindset because I'm going to be 10,000%, and I said this on Twitter, no European or other country gives a fuck. Australians don't go, this is white culture. No, it's Australian culture. This is what an Australian culture is that we share. You know what I mean? We don't go like, this is white culture. And that's the thing, there's definitely American versions of culture. But it's not the same as, like, the culture of a Finnish person or a Swedish person. Like, they're very unique cultures, and yes, they are white, but it's all very different. You know what I mean? And it's just because, like, and it's the same if you talk even about black culture. This is why it's a sticking point a lot of the time between countries. Africans don't go, this is black culture. They go, I'm Nigerian. This is my Nigerian culture. And Anglo-Saxons was really a thing. Was that then they're dumb? I don't know. I don't listen to, I want to say the hard R here, but it's like, I don't understand the obsession with going every stupid academic thing that's disproven, I'm going to give weight to. That stupid thing about vaccines causing autism, disproven 10,000 times, dumb as fuck. People still try and go, they said this gives autism. Just ignore it. It's been proven wrong. Let's use our noggins here.
Culture, because the whole concept of...
Oh my god, you say that about everything. They're trying to spread this in schools. They have not... 90% of the stuff you say they try to spread in school, like, came out last week. There's no fucking way it's being spread in schools. And it would, again, maybe only be an American thing, but there is no possible way that all this stuff you complain about has been spread in every school in America. Literally impossible.
Knighthood, the whole concept of chivalry.
They try to spread COVID in school. No, the fuck we don't. I went to university. No, the fuck we don't. It's called academic weight and academic research. They don't teach fucking numpty articles in university or schools. And if they let them into your high schools, I'm sorry, you have huge problems than just this. It's called your education is absolutely ass in every single way. And that's... and that's the thing. I've only gotten to catch your content a couple times now. You already have my respect from what you're saying. I'm sorry, I'm getting really passionate about this. But that's the thing. I just hear this a lot of the times. People do the whole... Will someone think of the children with everything, but with things that don't even connect to children? kids are not learning about medieval history in class. This is like a university grade thing. We can't think of the children. It's the same with the whole trans debate and everything like that, about trans people that mostly just live their life. They're like, will someone think of the children? Like, about fucking everything. Should be able to count, for fuck's sake. Exactly.
The whole medieval
Sits
theme
on
that's
hey,
happening here.
Sorry, I just find it funny that people always bring in the schools, the schools. You know what they've been teaching in Australia schools? The same curriculum for 40 years. We go back to the 1900s in Australia, and then you can get the fuck out of here. Go to uni, you poor bastard. Like, you literally have to take ancient history, and then and it's like couple courses. Most schools have been teaching the same thing for like forever, other than the chance of bullying change. Yeah, someone think of the children as they jack up the house prices. True or fucking enough.
Is European, right? Like, no other culture on planet Earth has the idea of chivalry. Now, there are other cultures that have concepts like Bushido or various other warrior ethoses, but chivalry...
Okay, we're gonna go into this, and and this is about the chivalry, and I know I should be listening to more of his points here, but I would just want to talk to the chivalry point. There was tons of knights, but only French knights had chivalry, and then it started getting adopted, so technically you could say chivalry is more of a French culture, because I don't think you can just steal an entire, because you're white and 0% French, you can't steal the French's culture and just go, this is white culture. Bro, they're French. And I feel like this is why Americans are like voted continuously. No offense, guys. Love you guys. Love my Americans. You funny. But they are voted some of the worst tourists because they go around saying stuff like this, and this is why they get punched. I'm sorry. This is how you get punched in Europe. Yeah. I'm just saying, yeah, it's just a bit weird. And you have to realize there's also many years of conflict. So it's like if you went to Finnish people and said they're the same as Swedish people, you're going to start World War III. And because you have to realize there's inner conflicts in there. It's not like a homogenous place. And I can understand the confusion because Australia is similar to America in that way, is that we're in a homogenous culture. Like, yes, Aboriginal natives have different culture too, again, but we do have a homogenous culture. Like, that is around a certain point. Most other countries do not.
Is specifically European, as well as the concept of knight.
True fucking enough.
And so, of course, like, this couldn't go...
Yeah, they had a form of chivalry, which is like honor, but built a different system. Chivalry is slightly different, mainly because it's actually introduced a lot around Christianity and Christianity ideals. Samurai had honor, but it was also built around like their honor system, but Bushido, is that it? I thought that was a fighting style. But similar to that, but it's done around Japanese ideals, pretty much.
Unchallenged, this couldn't be allowed to pass, because now you have people saying, how you gonna say white culture when Baylor and Dunk are standing up for an innocent black woman? And I find it absolutely amusing because, again, like, this demonstrates that, yes, like, this is absolutely white culture.
Okay, it depends. It depends. Are you connecting every little bit of white culture, like modern white culture, into knights? If you're talking knights, no. No, I'm making a point here. Because if you're talking knights, no. Okay, medieval things had the hierarchy system. If you were poor, you were not a person in medieval times. A serf was almost as bad as being a slave, bro. Like, that's the thing. This is not white culture in medieval times at all. Like, that's the thing. It's kind of hard when you mix lots of cultures, modern and medieval, you know what I mean? It's like, doesn't quite mix together because they're very different ideologies, hundreds of years apart.
Because in a society that's chivalrous, people don't really give a shit that she's a black woman. Like, most white people just don't like to see women being hurt.
Okay. One, I'm going to say, the idea of knights being chivalrous was a thing. It wasn't a cultural thing for everyone or all of white society to be chivalrous. and it was seen as quite a rare thing for a knight to even be chivalrous, because a lot of them did not take their oath seriously. So I cannot say chivalry is a white, all across like white culture thing. It's like that's for knights, I guess, but chivalry is not a big ideal. Again, with Christianity, I could say some morality is, but history in itself shows that until 1970, people were very fine with women getting hurt all the time. They did not give a fuck, man. So,
In public like that, right? Like
it was like legal to beat your wife to death, pretty much, until like the 1800s. It's like, it's kind of the same idea. People's like, oh, we were always upset about children being killed and upset. Children didn't have rights of any kind until like 1890 to 1910. Dogs got rights before children. And I feel like it's our modern brain trying to make sense of medieval mindsets. We put our modern morality onto it. Yes, they love their children, but a farmer would literally pick their cow over their third daughter. Because that's how the cookie crumbles, you know what I mean? Shit, people still don't give a fuck about women. Yeah, in some cases, and children not the same either. And it's the same idea. If you were a cripple, or you're a useless, they saw you as a useless person. Even men, poor men, and serfs, did not have rights. They did not have rights.
I can't think of a single European country where if you see men putting a woman on the ground and starting to snap her fingers, people would just be comfortable with that.
Nowadays, in modern society, but that's not just white culture, that would not fly in Japan either, and many cultures, that's the thing, that's modern. If a noble tried to snap a woman's finger that was a serf, no one would give two shits in medieval times, white or not, any color of skin, that's the thing. If we're talking medieval knights, in that culture, it was perfectly acceptable. And no one would care. We got lefts, but we get rights. Oh my god. Hey, Harrison, thanks so much for the follow. Welcome to the Delinquents. And I think that's the difference. Connecting modern to a medieval culture doesn't work.
Now I can see other nations where that would be allowed and would be possible, depending on the ethnicity, the religious difference, right? Like, in other nations, I can see that happening, but I can't see that happening in any European place.
It does happen. It's just not socially acceptable. It's just like the same in most countries of even different religions. It is not socially acceptable, but it happens behind closed doors all the time in different extreme scenarios. That's, so, I don't know. I don't like a blanket statement like that, I guess.
And this is why the academics have invested so much effort into cracking down what they consider colorblind racism. Because this actually comes from the Roman Empire. One pax, one lex, right? One law, one peace. Which basically means that if the person is there legally, right? Like in this situation, like the puppeteer, she was allowed to be there by the organizers of the festival. So like, assumingly she was paying taxes, she was behaving lawfully, and
one of our things our fancy university teaches not to try to graft modern ethics and morals onto the past in judgment. Yes, and that's what I find very weird about that. Most of the time, people gripe as like, oh, don't change history for morals, but I feel like they're trying to change the past's culture or morals to fit with their modern morals or what they see as their modern cultural morals, and it doesn't really work. Hey, Demon, welcome in.
When the prince comes...
Oh god, I worry. The important news, it's like, Dale, is my town on fire? Don't worry about it. I haven't reported on it. He's like, I'll be fine.
...in and breaks her fingers, well, legally...
I did some academic classes for it, but I'm mainly a digital designer. It's just a passion for mine. I do a lot of reading on it. Especially the medieval period. Don't quiz me on everything, but I really love like the 1300s. I started picking up more like 8th, 9th century, up until 1700s. Like that's my period where I like, you know. But I'm gonna have to admit, the French are not my favorite. I think I'm a little racist against the French. They're not as interesting. I'm sorry. They're French.
The prince has the right to do that. Morally speaking, people are abhorred. This is why, like, people look at the prince and they consider him a tyrant, right? Because if the prince didn't want her there, he would have had to pass some legislation, like, preventing people from doing that. But given the fact that this was an organized event, and usually in that situations, like, they would know what type of play she has, they would absolutely, like in the medieval time, have censors that decide if the play is allowed to go or not.
It would really be up to the lord. See, that's the thing in medieval stuff. Each lord was responsible for every second. It's like having different states almost, and it would change drastically. Other than what is considered the king's law, and usually medieval time, only a very few things in their hierarchy was the king's law. You know what I mean? Management of the systems were very left to the lords, the barons or whatever in those regions, like who had the major rights over those lands, to manage them. And that's why serfdom was such a raw deal. Was literally you were at the mercy of whoever you were surfing under. It was, so it would really depend, but it does seem like this is a party, not an event, because this is actually the lord in this area's daughter's birthday. So this is a tourney birthday party. And medieval tourneys are actually notoriously, even in Westeros, because it's mentioned in Game of Thrones and stuff like that, poorly run. They're like chaos. They're like drunken chaos shows of fighting, swordsmanship, jousting, and prostitutes. They're like your extreme keggers. But I would say they were probably definitely either invited or allowed to perform there by you meet this Lord Steward, and that was probably someone who organized a lot of it.
The very fact that she was allowed and she was paying taxes and she behaved legally, the prince snapping her fingers is unchivalrous. It's shameful. It's tyrannical, right? And this is
It's shameful, not tyrannical, because in medieval and in especially in Game of Thrones, it's actually worse in Game of Thrones than medieval absolute power, because kings had a very almost absolute power about them in medieval times. The only thing that actually really went above kings, well, Christian kings, so in the medieval period, was the church. The Catholic Church, predominantly, because that was the main power at that time. The only one who could really go over a king was the Pope or a priest, kind of thing, because God was above all men, etc. So, yeah, who can save you? God. It's why in like medieval time, there desecrating parts of the church and the system were huge crimes. But that's the thing. If a king or a prince said you offended them and you broke the law, that's it. That's what happened. You broke the law. And that's the thing. That's what absolute power system is. If you strike a prince, that is like, because they're anointed by God in the world, that is striking God in that system. It's a big giant no, pretty much. They don't have something similar. They don't have they do have the seven. But in this one, it's that Targaryens are such above men that you are pretty much hitting our God. And that's why it's like you are slapping their absolute power, pretty much. But the thing is, yeah, it's like going up against a system was like, here's the laws for thee, but not for me, because I'm above the law, because I'm royalty, I'm God, I'm anointed, I'm above the laws. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really work the same as our real world, where in ideal situations, our laws apply to everyone. For a new funny image. I love funny images.
why the hand of the king actually views
the son of the king. Just saying again, the son of the king. Baelor is the son of the king and the heir to the throne.
The main character is doing to be honorable.
It's kind of based on anime mixed in with Australian police uniform.
Upholding his oath to protect the innocent. Now, it's important to point out that yes, like in a European society, the race of the woman doesn't matter. Like we're one of the few cultures that genuinely looks at this and it's like, was she following the law? Yes. Okay. Allow her to do what she does, right? Like one piece, one law, all the way from Roman time. However, it's also important to point out, it's like the black woman aspect, right? Like immediately the woke are pointing out, so like it's a black woman. Well, I mean, you guys did woke sorcery in.
No, well, we should have a look a bit at it. I'm interested about what people's comments on that. Though I find it fucking ironic that he got arrested for leaking documents, national secrets, and not for his other crimes. But okay, that's for a different video. I don't really do news, but that's just an interesting story. No, I'm not. Prince Andrew was arrested. Hey, everyone else is rounding up their sex offenders. America should get on it. Lots of documents in the Epstein files didn't just show that he could be a sex offender, blah, blah, blah. They also showed him breaking the law, so they were actually able to arrest him on that.
In order to summon the black woman there, because I actually did read Duncan and Egg, and in the book the character is white. But like you guys, like you need to cast your mystical spells that come from your universities in order to conjure and
I don't remember if it's actually mentioned Tansel's race.
Change her gene.
But he's read the entire books and he still doesn't know that's not the hand of the king.
No, in order to make her look as a person of color. Like I don't know why
I'm gonna eat myself a troll. Doink.
But apparently, like, you guys cannot be satisfied unless you tinker with the human genome in that situation.
Well, also, Baylor technically isn't white either, so he's Dornish.
Like, you look at pieces of entertainment and you must manipulate the racial heritage.
Targaryen genes are just built different, bro.
And the pedigree of people there for you in order to like the fictional show. And so, like, the fact that she is black is an adaptation simply for the TV. However, with that out of the way, it doesn't change anything, right? Like, it literally doesn't change anything because, like, if you look at medieval history, while, yes, like, there was persecution against communities, in some cases, like, in this situation, when you have, like, an individual case in this context, yes, like, I'm pretty sure that most people, even like, in medieval societies, didn't like to see a woman just being brutally pushed down and have, like, her finger snapped. People would still care about procedure, basically, right?
The situation would matter. The rank of the woman would matter more than anything, because, like, feudalism is, like, really... and medievalism is, like, very rank-based. But seeing she was just a puppeteer and a poor one, they would be like, oh, that guy isn't very nice. Would they stop a prince from doing that? No, not unless the king literally told them to. But because if it was a noble lady, yes. Would they enjoy seeing it? We have absolutely no idea of knowing, because we can't see in the mind eyes of what a medieval person would find acceptable. Unfortunately, as cool as that fucker would be, we don't really know, because our morals have changed so much in the years that, like...
Right, like, if there was a trial and accusation, that's different.
I know, right? That's why I personally would just go by the lore of the show. Because, yes, there are inspirations to many medieval cultures in his books. He mentions many different ones. It is a fantasy world with fucking dragons.
But, like, here, no. Like, here it was just...
Exactly. And that's the thing. People are trying to say he's a simple and the same as every... like, a chivalrous knight. He's the best example of a knight, blah, 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 of white culture. But he actually goes against what a knight is supposed to do. Because a knight is supposed to obey your lord. And they're supposed to be well-educated and noble and all this other stuff. Dunk is not well-educated. He is not well-trained. But he still tries his best. And he's not well-bred. He's not born into it. But he is still trying his best. Like, I'm pretty sure Dunk can't even read, man. That's the thing. He goes against what, it's like the pompous, well-trained, well-bred. Is that what the word you're having a problem with? Well-bred story? Why bother trying to apply real-world logic to it? Yeah, it's because they're trying to claim the fictional story as a part of real culture in the world.
Just on a whim. It was because the prince didn't like it. And even in a medieval society,
exactly.
Right?
How can we breed the bread? People don't take their breeding as seriously anymore.
As it used to be in Europe, the idea that the prince didn't like it wasn't something moral. Like, it wasn't something that people liked, and it would be definitely considered unchivalrous, right? Like, almost no medieval king would just go around and just abuse peasants or his subjects like that without being called a tyrant, without...
It depends how many peasants. I'm gonna be real. Because again, medieval had absolute power in king. Anointed by God, so it was seen as like treason and a crime against God to go against your king. So it was actually very difficult for someone to like kind of take that seriously. But like even Henry VIII, who's regarded kind of a giant asshole modernly, was not regarded an asshole until he like killed thousands of peasants and tons of nobles. You know,
people being repulsed by it.
Exactly. Yeah, there was tons of medieval kings and medieval situations where it did because it was very easy for it to happen.
This show, right, Night of the Seven Kingdoms, I would like to point out that I think they gatekept against the Chads, or at least they tried by, showing a massive penis on the screen, showing the main character taking...
Oh my god, men have penises. You know... it was a jump scare, yes, but I do find it funny that they're trying to gatekeep it because they used a penis as a gag. Yeah, it was a gag scene about Sir Arlen. It's like, he was a drunk, he was a whore, he was still a great knight though, because yeah, he wasn't like the idea. See, that's the thing. Sir Arlen, the guy who trained him, is a bit opposite of him. He's still a good man, and a great man in some ways, but he didn't think glory.
What the hell is this?
He slept around even though he wasn't really supposed to. He drank a lot. He did stupid things sometimes, but he was still a good man. And that was the thing. And it was part of a gag thing showing all his flaws. And one of his flaws was coming out from like sleeping with some peasant woman, and he has a giant slong. Yes, I was jump scared, but it is a comedy scene, so it's just like, as abuse to peasants because the king owed those peasants. They were serfs to do as he wants. Exactly. That is kind of the problem we're putting modern, that every individual has rights, and every individual we should feel empathy for, blah, 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 blah. That did not exist in medieval times.
Taking a shit. Like, all of these jokes, these crude, queer stuff that it put...
It's going okay, but I'd have to play a game to really know.
Off a lot of people. But unfortunately for them, it seems that the Chads won. Like, the Chads have dominated this show. It's actually considered to be one of the...
What does it have to do with the show being good that the Chads won? The show's good. It has nothing to do with the culture war that it's good. I find it so weird when a show's good and any side tries to take this as a personal victory through my fight against the woke or the anti-woke, and it's like, huh? It's the fact that they watch it. Who watches it?
The best episodes in TV history according to IMDb. Like, I'm not saying this, I'm just looking at what the public is voting on. And so I am fairly convinced that they are going to do their best in order to destroy it. If not the next season, then the season after that.
Don't want people who's moderate on the right want to keep anything. That's why they try to claim things. So they're saying, I don't like the left tries to claim things, so I'm gonna claim things and be a giant fucking hypocrite. Like, what do you mean? Like, I feel like you're trying to justify why the right gets to be shitty because the left is shitty. And that's just, I can be evil because someone else is evil. It's like, I don't know. Sen sounds Indonesian. I don't know. It sounds like a piss poor excuse. It's like, in my opinion, someone else's bad behavior does not justify your own. Hates the audience that is watching it. I don't think that connects to this at all, though.
That, because like we see this happening with The Boys, we saw this happening with Game of Thrones. Every single time the Chads like something, you have like the actor who plays Homelander coming out and basically flat out saying that he is disturbed because of right-wingers liking the show, and he has asked the showrunner.
No, he was disturbed by right-wingers idolizing Homelander when Homelander is obviously the villain. That's what disturbed him. He's like, bro, I'm the villain. The fuck are you talking?
others to make it work.
I think that's fair. I'd be really fucking concerned if I played a fucking murdering psychopath and people's like, bro, you're my hero. Huh?
And so right now the show is good because despite the crude jokes and despite the queer shit and despite the representation stuff, they're actually following what George R. R. Martin has said in the books. But I do have a feeling that as the show is going to go on, they're going to move away from that and they're going to try to wokeify it.
I can't hear that from all the dicks in his fucking mouth. Jesus Christ. But the thing is, the next book has a literal female protagonist part of Dunk's story, who is a very prominent part, who's a very strong woman, and I already can tell the fucking people are going to be pissed off about it. Because there's a strong woman? Fucking kill me.
And you may actually get one.
Well, if you're gonna go on like this, yeah, I'll say it sounds like you're gargling cocks. Sorry, but if you go on and say they're gonna wokeify this, even though what's classified as woke is already in the books, like yeah, I'm gonna say you're finding things to complain about that doesn't even exist yet.
What Game of Thrones season 9 and 8 was like. Hopefully I'm wrong, you know, like hopefully this.
Because Game of Thrones also didn't suck because of woke. Game of Thrones sucked because the writing was so fucking horrible that it ruined every single character in that show.
It actually manages to be a good show. This episode in particular, I gotta say, it was Breaking Bad quality. I loved how they trolled you, like during the main fight, they decided to show a flashback, which, you know...
I didn't think I'd say that today.
kept
Sorry,
people
this
on edge. And
this
when
is just
the
getting
fight
brought up. If it's a strong one, as long as it's a well-written character and fits into the universe, most won't care. We say most, but when you watch out most of these people who make content on YouTube and all that about this anti-woke stuff, they complain about every little thing no matter how well written it is. And that is my gripe. When it's just content farming constantly based on outrage, some outrage that doesn't even exist.
finally resumed, it was actually more...
I would if I thought it didn't take... That's the thing. I would give you kudos on that if it didn't take literally them to shoot like they would have to shoot someone for you to do it almost. Like, you know what I mean? To get you there calling someone a hypocrite, it takes literally so much, and that's why I can't give you kudos on it. So because there's tons of people in shows I've seen you watch that the person is obviously a hypocrite, and you're just like, I still support them. That doesn't quite work. But even said, we don't care if it's strong female, it has to make sense, and if the people who are a hypocrite about it, we call them out too. Yeah, I just say it's not done enough. Calling out people when they're hypocritical or just grifting, 100%. And that's the thing I would say, and that's why I can't give you kudos on it. Because
cathartic.
I think Knights of the Seven is one of my favorites so far. Game of Thrones first season's good. I did like House of the Dragon, but it went really downhill after season 1, unfortunately.
And actually better than if they would have just shown the fight from beginning.
That's the thing. I'm not talking about the Gunnar Gate stuff. I'm talking about all the other stuff.
To end. And the resolution as well, like the plot twist at the ending was just, again, Game of Thrones writing. Absolutely. Because it is adapted by George R. R. Martin's books.
He spent most of this, another gripe I had with his previous one, he spent most of this not talking about the actual show. He talked about mainly culture war stuff. Yes, I guess that's the main topic. And he got a lot of information about the base of the show incorrect, like last time. So, I don't know. It's just like a very under-researched talking point, I would say. I would say he's more fair than most on it, but I would say, yeah, I don't agree with his points on it. With his overall point. People are so happy to have a real horror character for a change. Yes, I love Dunk. Dunk is fantastic. And he's flawed, and people's gonna be... I saw a lot of people liking that, oh, he's not flawed. I love that he's not morally grey. He is, guys. He is in the books. I'm sorry. He tries to stay to the knightly code immoral, but he is grey in ways. Like, he sleeps around. He breaks vows. And no spoilers. There's other stuff in there. But in the end, he's a genuinely good person. But he's multifaceted, you know? That's my chair dying. Boy could actually finish a book series before Dell finishes Fallout Crasher 4. It would be nice. Honestly, I think making an animated reboot of Game of Thrones would be great. Because we could actually, finish it properly. And mainly, I just trust animators way more than I trust fucking other, TV writers at this point. Can this fucking work? Just sit there. Go there. Go there. Oh my god. Pain in my ass. Who animated Devil May Cry Netflix? They did okay. Messy though. And I don't like people who try and change, try and make a show better. Have a god complex. I don't like writers with a god complex when they're adapting. That's all I'm going to say on Devil May Cry. Because I thought the animation was fine. I have to get to it. But yeah, this is why I'm passionately angry about this show right now.
So anyway, right.
Modern day woke writers. I feel like the thing you have to, if you want people to think you're moderate, Roxas, you have to complain about both sides, just not one. Okay, I got some other stuff here. I wanted to go into this one because it's interesting.
What's a weirdo's?
He says he is. It's not a good vid, doesn't really inform well, and it's not too broad or sizzle, no steak. Exactly. I feel like they don't hit you with a good point, even as a big talking point. Is gay, who is trans, and not make it their single personality are going to. It would be the same thing if someone who's anti-woke making a show that craps on the woke. I'd want it to be entertained. Okay. But I feel like it's not the Jake Monroe, the goth dude. I don't think so. Who the hell is this dude? Sus. This is about to get sus. That's not what I wanted. Jake. Oh my god. I feel like I've seen something about this. Is he a dickhead? Because I don't like dickheads. It's like the great Australian rule, just don't be a dickhead. For Dell life. It's the main thing that most Australians will care about. The musician I stumbled across completely random each day because he's a goth reacting to. The problem is with his content is mainly how he talks about women, since his videos almost always focus on young women doing TikToks and then judging them. Sometimes personally claiming that they are clearly stupid or that they are posers without any critical analysis. He was absolutely horrible to his ex-girlfriend Kaya Toxtiers, and she released a 3-hour-long video talking. Okay, so he has lots of drama around him. I thought he's trying to not make goth political by his YouTube. Like, it literally on his YouTube is like, goth is not political. Alt-right naturalist. Ew. I don't like anyone that's alt anything. Like, I don't like anyone with an extreme political alliance. That's fucking crazy work. Ew. Which I find is alt-right is like everything about him is like individualist. So I find that very contradictory. Fighting the woke matriarchy. Oh. Oh, he sounds like a bona fide douchebag. I'm sorry, Demon. How is he tells it like it is the woke matriarchy? What? my point is, this is just fucking delusional. The matriarch is a social system in which position of power or privilege are held by women. Ugh. I think there's like one matriarchy in all the world, and isn't it like a country of like 100 women? A fucking victim complex much. Jesus. Oh, jeez, I'm gonna hate this. Yeah, exactly, because it's very like anti-conservative, I would say. Not a political line, but I would say it's anti-political, like anti-conformist. Is that better? What point? But the thing is, you want me to see your point, but you don't want to see my point, and that's what I find funny. Is a lot of the time people who try to show me right-wing stuff just wants me to change my mind to their point of view. They don't want, a lot of the time they don't want me to be moderate. They want me to change their mind and see their point of view on everything. And agree with them. Yeah, so? And now you're a radical right? How is that better? Going left to right is not good. Either. I don't want to be right, and I don't want to be radical left, and I won't be tried to be told to go either way. I'm gonna have my whole brain activated at all times. I don't need a tribal thing. That's the thing. I don't want to agree. I have to agree. Let me have a look at this. I feel like tribalism is the end of, you know, intelligence. If you feel the need to constantly be in a group or defend your group, you're in a tribalistic mindset of me versus them. And that's not a great place to be. That's the thing. Yeah, I guess some people are, but the thing is, that means you're biased. If you're in a tribe, you're biased towards that tribe. That's literally what it means. You're not a what is it called? It's not from a logical point, just from logic's sake. It's emotion based then. Or your mother could be a matriarch. Depends on society. Spain has a lot of matriarchs. I could see that. I could see that defense on it. Spain have matriarchs. This is going to piss me off in T-2 minutes.
Men are under attack in this country, and at this point, it is absolutely undeniable. Welcome, everyone. My name is Jake Monroe. This is The Jake Monroe Show. And today I'm going to be talking about the fact that the UK, Britain, is attacking white men.
Why is he talking like that? He's like talking like he's a fucking... like he's like a politician.
Because of course they are. You watched my last video. You watched the alt-right pipeline. You watched me.
At least he knows that the people who watch this are already in the alt-right pipeline and are ready to guzzle up his opinion. That's my problem with this too, is that like a lot of them are quite aware that people are willing to believe anything once they're deep into this pipeline, and they're utilizing it to enrage people even more, and I really dislike that, because it's similar to the Andrew Tate thing, where he knows people are, you know, people are way more willing just to believe whatever he says once they're in so deep. It's like the same thing once you're like in the red pill thing of women bad, society favors women, men are actually oppressed, blah blah blah, you're more likely to believe any information that backs it up.
Me debunk it. You instead watched me define how the alt-left pipeline is far more likely to be for nefarious means, how that should be attacked.
So he's saying the far left is more nefarious and use nefarious means. That's just incorrect. All political minds are capable of just evil. Left or right, duh. Like, oh, it doesn't take a genius. And it's like the same thing when people try to say, oh, the left are pedophiles, the right are pedophiles. Both sides have pedophiles. The right has just as many fucking pedophiles in politics and in their side. It's the same. I don't really get the idea, and I guess it's tribalism again, going, the left is pure evil and figured by Satan, and it's like, the right is pure evil and just neo-Nazis or something. It's so fucking stupid.
Dismantled entirely. But I'm going to be talking specifically about the formerly Great Britain, now just
Probably.
that place where Starmer is, hopefully for not much longer. Resign, asshole. Read the room. So, how are men under attack in the UK?
Okay, I feel like some of this is very political mind. You can have your blue peds and you can have your red peds. Exactly. That's what I hate the idea of, like, both sides trying to just evilize the other.
Specifically.
Yeah.
Explain how men are
I ain't watching this whole thing, but hopefully he gets to his point.
are under attack, and like throughout all of Western culture, Western civilization, they are. It's undeniable. At this point, it is observable, but now we all know that the left have become, they've gone mask off, haven't they? They're no longer interested in hiding their vindictive, nefarious ways. They don't care anymore. They're no longer pretending to be the good guys, they're not even trying. But as long as we remain the bad guys, they can do whatever they want. That's why they're acting that way. Anyway, specifically, how
I'm
are
waiting
men
for him to just stop insulting people and just, actually tell me what the point is.
being attacked in Britain?
This is like, I was the villain Joker. Like, I feel like he's about to fucking do a Joker laugh.
Well, to do that, to answer that question, we're gonna have to go back. We're gonna have to go back a little bit. We're gonna have to look into exactly where this is starting. It is starting in adolescence. You may have not seen this, Americans. You might be aware of it because it was a bit of a cultural phenomenon over here.
Okay, so he's
Because
British.
the UK wanted something like this so hard. They wanted that, man. They were bricked up. God, they were looking for something like this.
He does look like Jared Leto's Joker.
There was a show created called Adolescence.
Oh, is it about the kid that's like was about stabbing someone, and it was just like a docu-series about like the dangers of the internet, and people were mad because it was a white boy? It's like, okay, fucking Christ. There's tons of shows around this. I don't know why they were up around it, of many different races, of many different people with similar concepts done 1,000 times. And I don't understand what was special about that to people. But something a point I have with these problems, I have this people, is this guy is like going alt-right and men are under attack and masculinity is under attack and stuff like that. But why is it always the least masculine men that say this? Like, he does not dress masculine. He does not act masculine. I don't really get the idea of why people with the least amount of masculinity, like traditional masculinity, is the most up in arms about this kind of stuff. They don't even fit into the box they're trying to defend.
It portrayed a white boy doing his best to maintain the most villainous expression on his face.
I've watched this show. No, the idea is that like he goes back and forwards from being like a destroyed child, a cocky teen, a internet brained person, like, and that's not happened in the show. Like, he's literally shown as a child with so many mixed emotions and some anger issues, and they show how there's lots of different facets to it.
Doing his best at the director's advice to try and portray white young boys as evil as...
But the Netflix decided to fucking make a movie or something involved it, but changed so it's now like 11-year-old white kid. That's the thing. I don't know if it's like based on stuff or not, but it's like mainly about the dangers of the internet and like being brainwashed by ideals on the internet. That's like the main thing about it.
Can you give us an evil face, Timmy? I don't know what his name was. Can you give us an evil look, an expression? More evil. No, more evil.
Okay, I'll give you the evil look that he's saying is such an evil face.
White young boy.
That's apparently a very evil face. And I'm not watching all of this, but like, I don't know what this has to do with now. This show was like a year or two ago, isn't it? Or how old is this video? 7 days ago. This show is like a year and a half old, maybe 2.
Advice. To try and portray white young boys as evil as possible. Can you give us an evil face, Timmy?
That was not the point of the movie, though. The point was it can happen to anyone right under their parents' noses. And the point was that he wasn't all evil. He literally just had anger issues and got led down, like, the wrong ideology in his brain was, like, all fucked up, mixed with his hormones, mixed with teenagers. He was not a psychopath. That's literally not the point of the show.
I don't know what his name was. Can you give us an evil look, an expression? More evil. No, more. More evil.
Because the parents even talk about, and even the psychologist is like, oh, he has great amounts of empathy and love, and it's like his parents talk about it's like he was such a sweet boy and all that stuff. Yeah, he's talking about a show.
You know what? Can someone take this
and somehow this connects to the attacking
kid
of
and give him like
men.
evil expression training?
He doesn't look evil.
I want this. I want him to be created.
I'm skipping because he's yapping so much.
But what inspired this idiot to make this was he saw on the news that knife crime, you probably already know where I'm going with this, knife crime is way up. And women are being stabbed by young boys. Yeah. No, they're not white.
There is some that are white. There are varying races. The same thing happens in Australia, and guess what? Most of our knife crimes are also by white people. That's the thing. It varies on your country, but it's not just... I hate the idea that you only have to be scared of black people because they're the one who stab everyone, guys. No, youth crime is on the rise in every single country, and some of them, like, the most actual, like, damaging crimes are, again, by white kids, but that's just because there's a lot of white people in this country. It's not because white kids are more evil, it's because there's a lot of white people. And that's kind of the problem I hate with this narrative when people just... Yeah, there's like, did you see the one on the news? It's like in Queensland, 4 white boys just fucking got into a car and started hooning down the highway and smashed into a house. Fucking idiots.
Before you ask.
And I was just like, the point is that they're dumb kids, and where are their parents? And there's not enough laws for them. That's the real problem.
No. Per 1,000, actually, you're far more likely to be stabbed by a black dude. A young black man, actually. In fact, they're more likely to stab each other and then stab white dudes and then stab white women. They're quite low down.
And you're more likely to be molested by a guy than any of these things, guys. So guard your butts. These statistics are very misleading on how likely it is to happen.
So these statistics don't lend themselves very well to the
I just woke up and found out that Dell has a problem with white people.
The creator of this show...
I have a problem with white people. Oh, he plays the dad.
Saw that women were being stabbed or that a woman had been stabbed. I will tell you exactly the news report that he'd seen. And decided like...
He did a great role.
Why? Why is this happening, he says. Can you believe this?
That's the thing. It actually goes into a lot of how the dad feels a failure. Like because he's a bit emotionally repressed. He's a footy player, blah, blah, blah. And it goes into how the dad feels responsible by not giving his son attention and actually being there for him. And it's actually really informative on, like, how repressing yourself as a male can negatively affect your kids. And that's obviously something other people don't take away from the show, which I find annoying. But that's the thing. Something can be inspired by something and not be a one-to-one reenactment of everything that happened. He can be inspired by the rise of knife crime and do whatever he wants with it.
He was like, why is...
This guy is obviously heavily biased.
Ask that question. Because one of the most egregious crimes, one of the most despicable things to happen here in the UK, one of the most telling events that happened in the UK.
This may make me change to Jesus, as in 1.5 speed, because this guy fucking waffles on so much.
Telling
Jesus.
of the kind of environment and the kind of climate we have here in the UK now in regards to the kinds of people that comprise the population. It was this guy.
Now that's a factual evil photo shoot. Like, now that, I like how he called the other one, that's an evil one. Guys. You're gonna show me the white kid, say that's an evil face. Then give me the mugshot of a stabber and say that's an evil face.
Now,
this is a way more evil face.
This criminal and his 3 victims here,
Jesus Christ.
they were never explicitly said as being the reason why he made this, but that this went huge. This was a big deal. Then Adolescence came out. Specifically because the guy that made it was inspired by girls being stabbed by boys, which
you hear the word inspired?
is a deliberately obtuse and dense approach to what the real problem is.
Is he, what is
now
he
I could
really,
stand here and go
is he really gonna fucking tell me the real problem is black people, not, you know...
through yet more statistics?
Yeah, because, you know, there was no crimes against women before they bring black people into the country. That must have been everyone's fucking imagination.
Like these, explaining how white men are not the problem here, but this is not about that. Okay, I could. Hell, I might. Since Prevent do not operate here in Northern Ireland, I could do that if I...
The problem is criminals. That's kind of how it works. It's kind of assholes, psychopaths. That's the problem. They are of any race, any color, and any gender. And I really dislike anyone that tries to dumb it down. That it's only, well, it's only black men. Oh, well, it's only men. It's only... No. Some people are fucking evil. And no gender or whatever is more likely. Just what they're willing to do is different.
I wish, and I might just do that. However, it's not about that today. It's not about that today. We're going to be talking about how men are under attack with a little bit of racism. Or
the migrant horde came over and that is absolutely false. That's completely and utterly false. And any part of history will show you that. I don't know what idea people got that Europe was peaceful before the migrant horde. London specifically was like a death trap of absolute anarchy, of stabbings, robberies, etc. even before the horde, as people put it. And beating your wife was just even more common. Crimes actually went down as it went more modern. And that's the thing. I just think people have a rose-tinted glasses. The problem is, in general, in every country, youth crime, no matter their race, is going up. We can't just go, yes, it was. Pick up a book. I'm not going to argue with you about, like, literal facts on it. Pick up a book about history on persecution of, like, women or violence against women or crimes. Crimes were rampant in the UK in the 1920s, 1930s. Some of the biggest gangs in the world existed in their times. No. All the biggest robberies happened in the last 30 years. I must have imagined all those famous bank robberies that happened and all those famous gangs that existed and all those crimes. That they must have been fake, right? All those Italian mafia. Waifu Alliance is our old girls group I was part of. Guys, like literally some of the most coolest parts of history is based around crimes and how huge of a system it was. I love women. Yeah, don't abuse anyone about the crime. Crime would look like it went down if they don't convict criminals. Well, that's the thing. People got more rights too. Noticing
facts, which tend to be the same thing these days. Racism, noticing facts, reading statistics. These things tend to all be the same these days. So, Adolescence was released. Going to be seen as a potential criminal.
Was the same rate as it does in England. You think 250,000 and 1 million English girls were raped in the last 40 years by specifically Muslims. Isn't the whole stance of men don't rape women is like literally that only 0.7 or 1% of the population is raped or something? And 40 fucking years, and specifically all Islam, when you don't even take the race down of the person when you are raped or sexually assaulted, they don't take the race of the person that does it. Oh my fucking god. Delusional. Yeah, I'm gonna Google rape gang right now. That's what I want to do on Twitch. Google rape gang. Fucking Christ. No, thank you. I'm good without the link. Christ. Oh, fine. That culture. There we go. Muslim culture? Nationality? Is that a better? I prefer to be stickler about those things. Exactly. So again, they don't take culture down either. Like that's even less documented than race. So how would you get those numbers or accurate legends? Religion? Just a religion? Yeah, that's even less than nationality. So how would you even get those numbers accurately? See, that's why I cannot believe the numbers, and it would have to be through a source that isn't just like a YouTube video, which everyone keeps sending me, because those are just things they don't take down on stats. I am not saying that gangs don't happen, but I'm just saying they are not the only ones that commit crimes. And they are not just the only ones that predominantly do it. And saying white people aren't the problem either is also dishonest. And if someone is trying to minimize it and as in saying white men are not the problem ever is also going to be corrected. That's the thing. I'm not going to go in a blanket statement to cover the tracks of every other race and say, oh, it's all the Muslims. That is just statistically and just incorrect and impossible. I understand that, but if you have a group of people who's the country illegally committing crimes, they aren't in the country illegally, though. These boys are not in the country illegally. They are in the country legally. They just happen to commit crimes. That's the thing. Not everyone that commits a crime was illegal, and I think that is just a misconception. And since I'm Danish, I have more information on it than most. Yeah, but that's the thing. There are parts of it, but the thing is, then there's a Danish person that then goes to the other side and says, you're wrong too, so who do you say? And yes, you can talk about it, Blackfire. Okay, so you saying the UK took the religion of every rapist? That is just not a thing they do. Also Muslims, there are 3 different kinds of Muslims and multiple kinds of Christians. True, there are thousands of kinds of Christians. Well, not thousands, but there's a lot. There's a lot. Gangs openly shooting at each other and they're exposed. Exactly, gang violence. That's the thing. I think we should focus on stopping gangs, no matter their races. And that's the thing. And as a lot of people say, we can talk about how, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, professionally immigration is done that can lead to an increase in those problems, but just going blanketly X race is bad is not a way to actually fix this, or actually conducively discuss it. Yeah, crimes are crimes, and every race commits crimes. Who would have guessed? Being a certain race or religion or culture does not exempt you from being an asshole or a piece of shit. If you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit. That's just it. Then it was also very contained, small. They would not try to target civilian areas. They try to get gangs. That's the thing. Gangs grow like crazy, right? Like once it becomes like a criminal entity like that, it gets out of control. Yeah, not like I'm hijacking planes or something outside. True. Okay, can we? We're gonna go to the story I care about. I'm sorry, Demon and Roxas, but I fucking hate that guy, and I really hope you don't actually think he is intelligent, because he's just spouting like red pill talking points to appeal to an audience. That's literally it. He's not giving any new ideas. He's regurgitating information that will appeal to a certain kind of demographic. He's not giving any real nuance or real new ideas. I would say even if you conservative or right wing, I feel like there's far better conservatives. Because people just have issues with people who are different from them. Humans are programmed like this. But if you take away one race, it just turns into I hate X gender or I hate X social class. Removing cultures and other people that are different from you does not solve the problem. You have to change the mindset, not segregate the world, if that makes sense. It's not going to work. Because the thing is, if you don't change the mindset, you're going to have the same problem just over something stupid. Something else, you know? Because when we didn't have the race problem, we had the class problem. As in, your money, your level, your whatever, determined. Well, that's the thing. You have the culture of your country, and laws are laws and should not be changed based on their religion or whatever. But that is the thing. I don't think that's true. It's like saying, oh, Australians and Americans don't mix. Americans cannot come to Australia. Like, it's a really odd mindset to have. Just go, well, me and these people don't mix no more. There is a comparison, because the thing is, America in particular is already mixed. You can't unmix it. Because they mixed it themselves. And for an instance, Europe has always traveled in between each other, so it's difficult. So that's the thing, you have to find a balance and actually, stick to your laws and stuff like that. You need to find a balance that works. And extremes never work. I will most likely get shot in the US compared to most other parts of the world is mind-boggling too. To a new country demanding that the country change laws to be like the country they ran from, they can get fucked. That's my point. The law is above all else cultural or religious. And as long as you stick to that... Okay, gayers, you need to... I'm about to call you a dumb bitch, because you're, like, literally promoting segregation. And I don't want to call a viewer a dumb bitch, but I don't have anything else. Is that literally what it's everyone's, like, cities you would get shot at? I just can't go to any American cities. That's a terrible one. No, you're saying surrogate gayster, and I was talking to Gaysa. Then go to America. Exactly. Or Australian, you come from an immigration background. That's a point. I'm an immigrant. I immigrated to Australia. In 1820, one of my relatives in 1890 and 1910, lots of different people immigrated here and made me. You're welcome. Segregate themselves into groups that are like themselves. Yes, in small groups. It does not mean kick everyone out of the country and then be racist, because that's how you start wars. And wars you can't win. I am promoting. I lived in it. It's in South Arrow. It works. How do you ban people on YouTube? Nah, I'm too lazy. I'll just... A lot of crime. You leave my crimes out of this, bitch. Hey, some of those crimes are crazy when you look at some of the... Well, a lot of Americans were prisoners too. Original, like, America was a prison colony, just like Australia too. Is the least likely to turn on each other. Yeah, but then you will fight each other. I beg of you, pick up a history book. Stop fucking your sister and pick up a history book. Please, homie. Stop whacking it to incel hentai, whatever the fuck, and pick up a history book. I believe you know how to read. I'm sorry, I'm fucking stopping. Okay, we're gonna watch this. Things I shouldn't be saying at my grandparents' house. This is what I want you guys. Yeah, but that's not the problem. You can't just, we are a global world, homie. We cannot segregate countries. We rely on people globally. You have to interact with each other, and the more segregated you are with each other, the more likely you had to have differences and to start World War III. That's kind of how it works. Globalization and the giant capitalism killed your great segregation idea. Yeah, it has a lot of problems, but it's done. You can't undo. It's gone too far. Well, it's not that I believe, it's that it exists in our entire economy, and every country relies on globalism. It's kind of like you can't put it back in the thing. Hey, Australia is in 0 wars. That's all I have to say. But there was no issue. Why are there so many racial ghettos popping up all over the place, which becomes basically no-go zones? That is actually an interesting thing, and it has a lot to do, again, with poorly run governments, and I'm poorly run governments, because I think they're actually one of the biggest factors for a lot of the world's problems. It's how the subsidy system works. Even subsidies for your rent works, especially in America, but this happened in Australia too, and we kind of cut it out a bit. It's called welfare ghettos because the government only funds subsidies in certain areas, so you end up with all your poors and all in the same area, and then it forms a ghetto. Pretty much because the rich people, politicians who are making this subsidies, even loans for buying homes, they don't want you in their neighborhood. So that's why ghettos exist, and the increase of crime is literally just because rich people don't want to be around the poors, okay? And unfortunately, that's exactly why ghettos build up like that, and then only poor people will buy there because it's such a shithole. That is like a big reason ghettos happen. Sometimes it just happens, but that is the most common, is that the government trying to, air quotes, help poor people, but not near them, you know? I want to we'll help poor people for the votes, but I don't want them near me, okay? But monetarily incentivized segregation. That is the thing. Like, when people's like, oh, segregation works. Financial segregation still exists in the world, and it doesn't actually help at all. So it's just like but the twisted rise and fall of Bonnie Blue. I wanted this one because it seemed funny, but somehow we ended up on this very serious topic. And I'm sorry if I offended anyone that actually... No, actually, I'm happy I offended anyone that actually bangs their sister. Sorry. You know what? I retract my retract. I believe, and I'm voting for Denmark will shut down even more, allowing people into our country. Like, I think we should even allow tourists of foreign work-ins. That's crazy work. But a lot of countries rely on tourism. So you don't think, like, for instance, so in Denmark, you don't think Swedish people should come over, Finnish people, and you won't be allowed in their countries, etc. Like, I feel like that's a very extreme version. Like, I can understand, like, working on immigration laws, because I think in most countries they are messy, and it's one of those things that well, to be fair, I feel like the government should work ideally as flawlessly as possible. There aren't any Tasmanians in chat. Fuck Christ. I'm glad someone knows that Tasmanians are inbred. Thank you, Demon. All beliefs you would go hate it with other ones trying to hate on you, even if you do agree. Yeah, I disagree, but I can be an asshole too sometimes. If I said it when I just started going on a rant about someone fucking their cousin. I'm getting too riled up. We need to go on to something chiller, because the Knights of the Seven Kingdoms have riled me up too much. So now it's going into me going... Because the thing is, I can do different opinions, but when it sounds, like, actually stupid to me, that's when I really start getting riled up. Sorry.
I have tried so hard not to make a video about Bonnie Blue because it's
I think my problem with the one thing before we go into the Bonnie Blue video, the twisted rise and fall of Bonnie Blue, what we're watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. My main problem with that is it makes them slim pickings for Russia. Because honestly, the European Union mainly exists because Russia, big, scary, and freaked me out. That is like mainly the reason. It's the same reason NATO like a lot of those exist. It's like Russia would fuck me up, man.
just so like the topic of her gives me the heebie-jeebies, but it has gotten to a point where it is so dark and the things she's doing and saying are so crazy. And I want to do a deep dive into everything because something that I wasn't even familiar with is that she doesn't think that there's anything insane about what she's doing. Like there are so many interview clips of her just
blew my mind is apparently she's only 27, 28 this year. I thought she was like in her 30s from all like the Botox and filler. I thought she was like a 30-year-old woman.
defending it, acting like, what's so bad about that? So let's get into everything. If you don't know who Bonnie Blue is, she is what I would call an intimacy stunt person.
What? What? That's crazy work supporting Russia. This is the most un-American thing I've ever fucking heard, and I'm an Australian fucking supporting Russia. I know, she looks so old because of it. Support Russia and let the communists wins? I don't fucking think so.
For video and money, / as close to predator as she possibly can get, / building an entire business model off of the most depraved and horrible things that men think. The reason she blew up though is because she makes videos on that website.
They said they were from Denmark, right?
And she was promoting particularly how she's looking for 18-year-old scene people. She talks about it a lot and it's a hugely recurring theme. But I want to show the first video that
okay, scouting a university for barely legals is fucking absolutely horrendous work. Like things I couldn't even imagine someone doing publicly.
really blew this whole thing up because she recorded it on a university during Freshers Week when 18-year-olds are coming to university for the first time. University of
according to her wiki, she's 27 or something. What?
Nottingham. So it's a bunch of British people in this video.
As promised, I'm outside Nottingham-Trent University, as I said a word, to many uni students in 2 weeks. I want to with 130 barely legal 18-year.
And no offense against the British. And proof that I don't just shit on every country, like I shit on every country realistically about things. This accent is like nails on a chalkboard to me.
Specifically looking for that.
Yeah.
But it's not like that was a one-time thing. Like that is a huge element of her content, is the fact that she's seeking out as young as she possibly can.
Out of the 1,000 men, there was a lot of barely legal boys. Mm-hmm. Do you not have a problem with the fact that they're literally borderline underage?
No, because they're 18.
But they're still children.
Yeah, but they're 18.
What if he was 17?
Well, then no, because that'd be illegal.
Yeah, by the way, context for that one, she said...
No matter the gender, that's creepy to me. Like, when you go to barely legal people, like, on purpose, just because they're the only thing is illegal, creepy.
1,000 men, you're probably going, what? And we'll get to that event. But I find it so interesting that she said, no, it doesn't bother me because they're 18. And then the interviewer said, yeah, but they're still children. And Bonnie Blue said, yeah, but they're still 18. Yeah, but they're still children. Yeah, but it's even worse though, because it's like, it's not.
Yeah, exactly. It's weird. I suppose with the bar in hell, we can be like, oh, at least she's not in a high school, but that's because she would get arrested. What's stopping her is prison.
Not like it happens occasionally and she's okay with it. She seeks it out.
18 is young enough for me.
How many 18-year-olds have you slept with?
Oh my gosh. I'd probably say like half of my sex count is from 18-year-olds.
Do you prefer that?
It depends. Like, I love taking their virginities and I love how innocent they are.
Love how innocent they are. Oh my god, I'm looking for somebody who's so...
It's like a weird fetish. Okay. Little weird, okay.
So innocent, so malleable. It's legal, yes, we know it's legal, but there's a lot of things that are like technically like legal, but very concerning if you're doing it intentionally.
Well, that's the thing. That's a thing of at 17 they're a child, but at 18 they magically don't become a child anymore. So that's why it's kind of creepy. It's kind of weird.
And thousands of times. Like legally, you could get
Thanks for the follow. Welcome to Delinquents.
a fully photorealistic tattoo of Harvey Weinstein. You could legally do that, but you know, if you did that 1,000 times, you had 1,000 Harvey Weinstein.
I'm just saying, like, mine, like, as someone in their 20s, like, one of my nieces from my older sisters are like 17, and her boyfriend's 18. They are both children to me. Have you met an 18-year-old? They dumb as a brick.
Seen photoreal tattoos on your body. You can understand.
And it's okay. That's part of life. It happens to all of us. It's your years to be dumb, but you shouldn't have a 30-year-old trying to bang you on the side of the street.
And why people would look at that and judge you morally. But now I think it's a good time to put a visual to it. This is a video of people queuing up outside of Bonnie Blue's hotel room. Try not to throw up challenge. Wearing flip-flops with a black toe to the Bonnie Blue meet. It makes you go to hell. Why are there so many people? There's only one person who wore socks, and he wore black socks with—
Is this in Australia? No shoes? That's the thing. I do personally, I think the idea that 15 or 16 as an adult is crazy work, because 15 and 6-year-olds are dumb. I'm gonna be honest, they are kids, they're stupid. They're like, even like genetically, they're not done developing. Like, I would say you're getting, especially, it's like, but my point is, like, if you go by intelligence level, most high schoolers are stupid. The drinking, like, that's can be some back and forwards fun, like, or whatever. But voting and, you know, adult things with adult consequences, I honestly think they're too stupid. Like, if they want to have sex with other 17-year-olds, okay, or whatever. But my point is, they are really stupid. No offense to my homies that are teens, but we were all dumb as hell as kids.
white sneakers. Or you got this one, just socks, and then bare feet. Oh my God. Whoever this guy is, whoever barefoot on the red carpet at the Bonnie Blue meet, that should be a jail sentence.
Alcohol is bad and haram, but that's one of the things I expect a kid to, like, try, because it's dumb and silly, you know?
It just goes on and on. Look, I'm just gonna let it play. Just gonna let it play. Nobody's even talking, they're just standing there, just waiting. Just standing. Just post it up. That's what the world is all about. That's connection. And as much—
Yeah, but I feel like people overgive teenager. Like, do I think a 15-year-old teenager should be sleeping with adults? No. Because they had barely been a teenager for like 2 years. 15 is very young. Incredibly young.
much as I'm gonna say I hate Bonnie Blue throughout this entire video, the guys who are lining up, not only that, so her whole thing is that she does this and she's like, it's for free, it's totally for free. All you have to do is say that I can post it on my OF. And then a lot of guys put a what's it called, a shiesty on? Like, look at these.
Exactly, like, this is crazy. Also, these guys are not smart enough to make these decisions. Like, look at this dumbness. Like, sleeping with a woman that has slept with like 1,000, 2,000 guys, they do not understand the risk of STDs in the situation, HIV. They are not adult, like, have an adult mindset.
Imagine putting on one of those masks and then going in there and doing that. What the fuck is wrong with you? Get a grip on your life. Get a grip. Get a grip. Because why would you even want to do that? Why would you ever say, here's me and then 1,116 guys in front of me? Yeah, I'll just buy.
That's the thing, as someone with absolutely terrible parents that were raised by grandparents, I don't think the situation of the parents have to approve is a good situation, because a lot of parents are terrible. So I don't think that's good. That's why the law is there to set us a good medium to work with. In my opinion, I feel like too much power is given to the parents in a lot of countries to take care of their children, but a lot of parents don't take care of your children. Like, the Australian system is based on the fact that your parents will take care of you. But, so if your parents don't take care of you, I'm sorry, you're screwed, son.
My turn till it's my turn. What the fuck? Guys, lock in. Dude, everybody who is like, okay, not only just getting in the queue, people who are sitting there watching it, what the fuck? Why is that enjoyable to you? Why would you want to see that? All I'm doing is just thinking about these dudes' dusty, crusty fucking toenails who are sitting there waiting in line. Oh yeah, well I can't wait for my turn with Bonnie. Are you insane? We used to play with Hot Wheels. We used to watch Arthur. We used to get pissed at DW. I remember watching Caillou. I'm connected with my memories. The person that I was in those memories, my identity would never let me get there. What the fuck is going on, guys? Everybody showed up in like a 3-piece suit and a tuxedo and they were like, well, it's
exactly. That's the thing. When parents don't parent, the law always steps in, and that is the problem. Parents are dropping the ball more than ever, I would say. I will be throwing my own generation under the bus soon. I'm getting up there that my generation's having well, probably some people have young kids, I suppose. People in their 20s have kids. But that's the thing, like, I feel like they're horrendously dropping the ball, and that is why the government is scrambling.
Then for classy people, and we're here to do some artistic. Y'all are showing up in board shorts and crusty flip-flops, trying to get intimate after 80 other guys in the same situation. What? Okay, sorry, because that's the thing. Bonnie Blue, for doing this. Sorry. Disgusting, not predator legally, but come on. I'm looking for fresh air at Nottingham Trent University. Post my location. Shut up! But first, I want to take a second to thank the sponsor of today's video, ZocDoc. Recently, Sophia has been
Yeah, nasty. I can't imagine sleeping with someone who's had 1,000 partners. Like, oh, damn, son. Like, I know slut shaming's bad and stuff, but that's not slut shaming. That's like, I don't know, professional shaming? Like someone who's like literally, that's like sleeping with someone every day. That's not even just that's not a slut. Like what's a gigaho? Like, what's that? That's a hazard. Like, oh my god. Who hands off Bonnie Blue? I'm gonna make this statement right now. Everyone listen up. Okay, I'm listening. You've got to be the most pathetic, horny son of a gun ever if you're a fan of this woman. She's just a pedophile and nobody is going to anything about it. Or she at least has very low morals. Like, nothing stands in her way of making a buck.
way better than me about keeping up to date with doctor's appointments. And she's actually been doing it with
it's an ad inside of an ad. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that bell, check out the links down below, join the Discord, all that stuff. Yeah, this is our ad inside of an ad, guys. So, yeah, enjoy the video.
ZocDoc, and she talked to me about it because of how simple and like intuitive it is. ZocDoc is great at it. The whole interface.
I think so. There was a documentary done it, but I don't know. Laying there, like, it's not like she was like going to the sex Olympics. From what I tell, she just laid there. So it's like
everything about it makes it so easy because it's a free website that lets you search for in-network doctors, and you can filter.
That's the thing. This is the one thing I agree with America. 18 is a good compromise age, I do think, like, for it. But I just don't agree that if you can have sex at 18, vote at 18. Why can't you drink at 18?
Your insurance, what kind of specialist, the location, and you can even see ratings from real patients that doctor's had. Like, you can literally book a same-day appointment just sitting on the couch. Just go into ZocDoc, click, bing, bang, boom. So intuitive, easy, simple. No weird sign-up process, no long, lengthy forms. Just 2 minutes, and then you have an appointment. It's so good, and you know that you need to be doing it. You just pick a doctor, pick a time, click, bam. For me, that removed all of the friction. ZocDoc makes it so simple. It truly is easy to follow through on this. So for real, like, if you know that you've been putting something off, go to ZocDoc, give it a shot. Just gotta go to ZocDoc.com/filmcooper. Also have the link in my description. Just click it. It's free. This is a certified highly recommend. And thank you so much to ZocDoc for sponsoring this video. Now back to my favorite person who's ever been on the internet. Look at what she says about the types of things that she does. Look at how she talks about it.
If you don't agree with it being 18, go to Parliament, stop, get out my comment section. When they're coming to me, it's pre-planned. So they've already thought about it beforehand. They have to fill in 2 consent forms. They have to bring ID. So they've already been able to think about it a lot, and they're fully aware. Like, it's not a shock on the day, oh, I'm going to film it. They're aware they need to film it, and it's in a controlled environment. You can't be drinking beforehand.
I get that.
Okay, but I feel like my opinion would be different if it was like an older gentleman that's like, oh, I've never had sex, blah, blah. These are 18-year-olds, like, they have their whole lives ahead of them, man. To not have slept with a woman that has had 1,000 partners.
If she thinks that that makes what she does not morally wrong just because it's like, oh, well, it's illegal. No, it's absolutely.
Exactly, that's the thing. You can't stop stupid. You do make a good point, especially. You can't stop stupid. And that's the thing. We, in society, you're technically not the moral police. But it is up to the countries. Like, Australia got rid of her visa because, one, schoolies is, like, dangerous every year because there's drinking, etc., drugs. So they didn't want her inciting riots. So fair. But I do agree, because freedom is a thing, you can't stop people past your certain laws. And that's why I think laws is supposed to be a good guideline.
Definitely legal. They know what they're doing. I am
to set for people, not saying, oh, the law is flexible. I'm saying that's what the law is for, is to set boundaries,
100% on board with the idea that if every single person is like fully consenting, fully knows what they're getting into, they are legally of age, there's nothing illegal about what you're doing. I completely agree with that. That being said, it's also not illegal to get a photorealistic face tattoo of Harvey Weinstein, but if you did, I would criticize.
The one time we get called based. To be fair, we ban lots of people that like incite craziness because we can.
You and I would say that you have questionable character and you're deserving of moral judgment, and yet here you are acting like, no, I don't deserve moral judgment. Moral judgment for something that's legal. You can legally get Harvey Weinstein photorealistically tattooed on your face. What is not clocking to you that I'm standing on big?
That's the thing I do agree with here that a lot of people don't get. They're like, oh, it's not illegal. Doesn't mean people can't morally judge you. You know what I mean? Like, people can point out like moral flaws of it. Just because it's legal doesn't mean people can't have a moral problem with it, because the law is not morality for all, you know what I mean?
This. I saw myself in the reflection. I thought I could actually turn into flame. I thought for a second. I thought maybe with the power of imagination and belief. Fuck, the power of imagination never does enough for me. Fuck. You could make an argument that everything you do is, it's not predatory. Oh, it's just everybody just wants to. And it's still so fucking gross. Look at you. Look at you.
Okay, so I've been so busy bunking students, and now it's time.
Weinstein was the guy who was like, sexually, like, molesting like actors and young actresses, and sexually like assaulting them, and trying to like using his position in the company to like say, oh, if you want the role you've been cast in and not be cut out, you have to like sleep with me or something. Like, he's like the OG. He's the one who set off that Me Too movement thing, because he got busted to an extreme thing of like 30 years of that crap.
And for the dads and the older brothers to have a go. So dads, are you ready to bonk me?
Yeah. No, the guy above you said he didn't know who Harvey Weinstein is.
I got Haley Joel Osment back there. Bro, shouldn't you be looking for your dead dad's ghost? Let's get into some of the specific situations, because a big one was the Five Guys controversy, and not five.
Exactly. I agree with that. When people's like, I have the freedom of speech, they don't like the Australian answer, and that doesn't mean you have the freedom of not getting punched for what you say, you know? Because Australians are very like, yeah, you can say what you want, but you're not free from the consequences of what you said.
Gentlemen, a Five Guys restaurant.
I just wondered, I can't see it on the menu, but where do I get the Five Guys from? The Five Guys. I didn't know if it was like a special room or you can take me out back.
Are you being serious?
I'm being serious.
No, I don't think that's happening.
What about after your shift?
I'm a Christian man and I'm Muslim man. I can hand you a menu if you want.
Oh, that poor boy. What I hate is most of the takeaway staff is also teenagers.
She keeps pushing. And this is the thing, like, she's like, well, I don't push it. I don't press the issue. If anybody wants it, then they'll do it, and there's nothing else. Well, cut to video evidence of you. By the way, the video continues. She's gonna keep asking. He said no. She said, oh, but come on, can I have you? And she said no. And she said, oh, but come on. And it keeps going.
What do you mean, my version of freedom of speech? Are you saying that people shouldn't have consequences for their words, or consequences for what they say or whatnot?
That's a shame. But if there's no Five Guys, I'll have to come back tomorrow. What time do you finish?
I'm not actually not sure what time it is today.
Alright, meet you back here in a few hours.
Okay, I'm gonna go straight home.
Why is she still asking? Like, she's still...
Leave that boy alone! Jesus, just let him go home.
Bill wants him to do... That's the thing. She says, oh, it doesn't even matter. Oh, whatever they want. And then she's going up on video pressing somebody who's like, I'm a Christian, I'm saving myself for marriage. And she's like, but please do it. Do it.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I respect someone who stays by their convictions and aren't a hypocrite. I respect someone way more for that. And Christians are like in the same thing of that. It's like, I respect Christianity for their personal beliefs, etc. And I only disagree when they're hypocrites about it.
Come on, please. Embarrassing. By the way, all her talk of, well, there's nothing actually like legally wrong with what I'm doing. It's interesting how her plan of like doing this, like the freshies, or it's also called like the schoolies. I don't know what the hell y'all British people are talking about, but your words are so fun. Not this under this context though. And she was just barred from entering Australia, but in Fiji, she got deported. Pio Tico Duadua, Fiji's Home Affairs and Immigration.
Yeah, Australia was just like, I don't want any of that. I don't want any of that.
Minister, he said, I have exercised my authority under the Immigration Act to declare Tia Billinger, the United Kingdom national known by her screen name Bonnie Blue, a prohibited immigrant. Just 2 hours prior to the news breaking, the pair...
Well, that that's the thing. There isn't just, and I think that's a mindset people have to get out of. There is not just two sides, left and right. That is an American concept. There is many varying beliefs. And I think that's like something that really has to, like, people have to understand. Yeah, I think any violence or harassment is not freedom of speech, in my mind.
Pair were boasting about their exploits from the day before. The pair said they had sex with 24
North, South, Leafs, and Red
people in honor of the class of 2024. And they're saying pair because they're also talking about this person, Annie Knight, who it's like they're together in this drama story. But that's actually
Freshies is nasty term.
a good thing to talk about. We should talk about Bonnie Blue and her drama with other like OF creators, because there's a lot of stuff going on there too. So this is Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips. Not a lot of pictures of them that we can really show online. These two really blew up when they did a video where they had like 1,000.
Why do they have same face? You know, like, you know that thing like when lots of people have like cosmetic surgeries and they like have the same face syndrome?
Guys queued up for, you know, the marathon event thing. Like the thing, it's like a challenge, it's a stunt. But this is a clip of Lily Phillips after she had done a challenge with like 100 guys. And this video, this clip gets brought up a lot by Bonnie Blue, but let's just watch it.
Definitely.
Sorry. Okay. Okay. Just take
Yeah, 1 minute. In my head right now, I can think of like 5, 6 guys, 10 guys that I remember, and that's it.
Obviously sad, like sad. But Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips' relationship is very interesting because they're like very competitive. They started as friends. To give you a quick rundown, so Bonnie Blue, 150 barely legal college students in 2 weekends. And then Lily Phillips did 101 in one night, which is what that crying clip was from. But then weeks after that, Lily had made an announcement that she was gonna try to break the world record for most slept with men in 24 hours, which had been 919. And she said she was gonna break it, do 1,000. But then the world was shook when Bonnie said that Lily had actually stolen that idea from her. She wanted to do it. Lily heard about it. She stole it. What she told the Daily Mail was, way before
Imagine complaining about the amounts of wangs you can take.
Or Lily even put it on her socials that she'd like to do the world sex record. And when I helped her out and invited her to do my freshers content, I shared the idea with her, saying that I really wanted to do the world record. And then she said, and I guess I'm very trustworthy and oblivious to people's bitterness, so I shared my idea that I'd like to do it. And then Lily announces it, and then Bonnie said, rivalry suggests competition, and that I don't have. In the terms of the world record, both me and Lily knew it was my idea, as I'd spoken to her about it. Bonnie did it. That's what this picture comes from. I remember this circulating on Twitter and me being like, Jesus, Wilt Chamberlain? There is an interesting clip that I found while I was doing research for this, though, of just her describing like why she has that beef with Lily Phillips and the way that she set up like how they knew each other. It's so disgusting. Listen to what she said.
We work together. I invited her to Nottingham Freshers Week. I'm obsessed with 18.
This is like the craziest like form of she stole my like style or some shit.
Year-olds fucking them, draining virginities.
You wonder why people think that you're a creep? Sorry, what? I'm obsessed with 18-year-olds. Effing them, draining them of their virginities. Just saying it, just moving on, just flying out. Oh, words coming out of my mouth. Words that should never be put into a sentence together. The fact that it got worse from even there. Okay, there's more. Also, after that 1,057 video, there was like a rumor going around that Bonnie Blue was pregnant, and she like played into it quite a bit. And then Lily Phillips posted this. So their whole, I don't know. There's like part of it that's like they're doing rage bait for attention, but when your rage bait is seeking out thousands of 18-year-olds, it's like, well, yeah, I understand why people are rageful, but it's not like bait. You just are doing it. Also, this is a clip that went around of Bonnie Blue getting arrested, but interestingly,
and they're saying that when you do this so many times, you actually lose the sense of attachment to the person you would love. I feel like that will depend on your, because humans are like unique with their levels of empathy, you know what I mean? And I could definitely see it going down, but I would say some people would not have that attachment.
like, they didn't act like this was a hoax. Like, even her sister was like, oh my god, Bonnie got arrested. Cut to people exposing that it's a TV prop car. Apparently in the UK, they don't make you like put your hands on there. So like, they're just faking stuff, just weird fucking rage bait shit. And then I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell what's going on in this video, but she was at a football game where I think she's been banned and she's getting kicked out. Look right here, look right here.
Oh my god.
Classy. She was just drinking some water right there. She just had to drink a little bit of juice and then get on out of there. Okay,
Jesus.
That's not okay. I don't know why people are mad at me. I'm only doing things illegal. Well, you've been in a place that you've been banned and then you're getting kicked out and you're shoving it like, It's just the fact that she tries to act like she's not a scumbag. Like normally when people are doing stuff that's like scumbag
Yeah, this is what I find weird about it, and it's not even like oh, this is the good sex or something. Like like it was described in some other clip about it, and they like some of these dudes that sleep with her in the thousand, they put their wang in for a second, then leave. Like draining their virginity makes it sound like she gave them a positive experience. Yes, that sounds like the world's most negative experience.
Number 612, please approach my crotch. Please ignore the mess. It's going to feel like an old mayonnaise jar down there. Number 613, you're on standby.
shit that they're just doing for money, they can at least be self-aware of that. But she genuinely thinks that there's nothing wrong with what she does.
I wouldn't say I'm not a feminist. I genuinely sit on the fence with it. I think a lot of people, when they say they're a feminist, they're really, really strong. They're doing petitions and they don't stop talking about it. I do believe things should be equal. I do believe women should have a voice and they should be in control of what they want to be in control with. A lot of people say I actually bring women back 100 years. But I'm a clear example of a lady that's taken full control of the body. I don't feel intimidated by men. I'm actually paid more than guys in my industry.
Yeah, no one thinks that guys get paid more for sex more than girls. What is the point that you're trying to make? Oh, I could say.
Yeah. She's making it sound like she broke ground. It's like, no shit, homie, no shit. Okay.
In control with. A lot of people say I actually bring women back 100 years. But I'm a clear example of.
Well, she's not a feminist, so she doesn't make feminist looks back. But that's the thing. People going, well, only fangirls make feminism looks bad. Prostitutes existed since the dawn of time. Okay, don't put it at put it at like modern day's door.
A lady that's taken full control of the body. I don't feel intimidated by men. I'm actually paid more than guys in my industry.
Yeah, no one thinks that guys get paid more for sex more than girls. What is the point that you're trying to make? Oh, I consider myself a feminist, but I'm not like those other ones who are always talking about it. It's so clear that she's like signaling to a specific type of audience who thinks that that's how like feminists actually are. Feminist doesn't mean somebody who's like
nitpick your arguments. I'm just saying I disagree with it. I'm not nitpicking your arguments. I'm saying I just don't agree with everything you said. So that's what I mean. So remember, I talk in the general for the video, not just to Roxas, because I'm saying in the general for my definition in the video that I don't think it should be like full put down on modern feminism's flaw that they're the reason for XYZ if it's like something that's already existed. And honestly, personally, if you want to do casual sex, as long as you're safe and everyone is aware of it, that's up to you. But I would say it's cheating is still wrong, all that stuff, and it's not for me. And I feel like people should accept that. It's like people's different opinions, you know, on that. Like because I find it very annoying. I get called a prude all the time because I don't participate in casual sex and haven't had much sexual experience, and I find that very annoying. Like, I don't care if someone likes to sleep around. I just don't want them to force it on me.
an activist out there walking.
Yeah, well, it's also all of chat, but yes, I need to clarify for the video so I don't feel like I'm being unfair.
On the streets and like, I don't know what she's trying to like acting like people, they're just virtue sick.
I am not Christian.
But you don't get to come on here and be like, well, I'm actually, you know, I'm actually a woman who's doing.
Oh shit, I didn't even realize this is up. I'm a dumbass.
She's like signaling to a specific type of audience who thinks that I'm actually the ones who are always talking about it. It's so clear that she's like signaling to a specific type of audience who thinks that that's how like feminists actually are. Feminist doesn't mean somebody who's like an activist out there walking on the streets and like, I don't know what she's trying to like acting like people, they're just virtue signalers. But you don't get to come on here and be like, well, I'm
yeah, that's the thing. Like most like feminists or equalists, you don't have to be an activist or even bring it up that often to be a feminist or an equalist or whatever. You just have to like believe in equal rights. That's literally all it takes to be one. Or believe in the equal rights for women or whatever. That's feminism. Activism is completely different.
Actually, you know, I'm actually a woman who's doing her own thing with her own body. Yeah, I mean, it's legal and we're proud of you for doing that. And like, we're so excited that you're able to express yourself however you want. Well, you
more Or chase. Fuck my life.
are doing is morally wrong and evil though. So I don't understand where this like moral high ground is coming from. She said, I believe that women should be equal. They should have a voice and be allowed to do what they want to do. I'm not like other feminists, but that's what it is. It's just like, that's like that. It's just this.
That's why I definitely say I feel like this lady is dangerous and also a bit predatory.
Other stuff that you were
a lot predatory.
doing like in your life constantly that's kind of saying,
Yeah, exactly. No, when it's a character trait or like a weapon or something, and they try and make it their own personality. That's not a belief. That's just a.
Maybe you're not
exactly equality. Not equity. I don't think equity works very well either.
actually a good person. But I actually don't know why she can't just admit that. Like, why does she have to think that she is also a good person? She said before that she makes like $2 million a month. How are you gonna make $2 million a month doing some morally evil shit and then also be like, but I also want to feel like I'm a good person and no one can actually be mad at me and I have to have a good argument so that I can actually have a good argument and people can't stop me. It's legal. Remember that girl? She was like, well, they are like children, and she says, yeah, but let's move on because
I hate that. It's like, yeah, I hate when people do that in arguments where it's like, yeah, I know what you're saying is right, but it's like, shut up, my fucking god. We always talk about the rights, but we never talk about the lefts. Guess it's a sinister topic. Fuck my life. Oh my god. And yeah, I would say that that's a thing. Technically, misandry cannot properly exist with feminism if you actually look into it. But yeah, I think that's the thing when people also think, I guess, of feminists as all women. So if a woman is sexist against men, they're just like, oh, damn, feminism again. So it's just like, you know, the internet. It makes every ideology looks bad because all the worst stuff sinks to the top. But for women, if they are feminists, they will let you know every opportunity you guys are not whether you asked.
she had announced that she was going to do this thing called a petting zoo. Oh, it's a big petting zoo where she said, I'm going to be tied up. There's nothing. Anybody who wants to come, consent forms, make sure they're not like under the influence or anything, and they can do whatever they want to me. Now, this is no Marina Abramovic. What's her name? Marina Abramovic. You know, the performance artist? Like, you might have seen some TikToks of her. That's so funny. Yeah, Marina Abramovic. You might have seen some TikToks of her. No, but you know, like, this thing where it's like people were sitting across from her and then her longtime collaborator in, like, husband comes back. They've been separated forever. She doesn't say anything. They just stare at each other. It's everywhere. So iconic. But she had done something that was similar where she's like, in a room, people can do whatever they want to her. It got dark. It got scary. Had to be stopped. And the performance art and like what it showed was like, it just got like more violent and more dehumanizing and humiliating. People were just doing it so fucked up. But that's not what Bonnie...
Wow, that is really a show of just how naturally chivalrous people are, right?
was really trying to do. She wasn't trying to make like an artistic statement, if I may say so myself. I don't think that's what her intention was. Her intention, as she said, was to get over like 2,000 men, and she was just going to be in public. People could come over, they could do whatever they want, get it up to 2,000. Well, can you believe it? She got banned from OnlyFans for that. She was expressing her intent to do that and like stream it on OnlyFans, and they said that's our line. Actually, right there is our line. And at least they found a line. At least they eventually found it. The reason why is they said basically they don't want to encourage spectacle and stunt type of performance on that platform, which, yeah, I don't know why it took you so long to get there. I don't think it's a good idea to push the meta into doing extreme sex stunts. That's like so insane. I don't know why it had to take this long to get to a point where they were like enforcing.
I guess so. It must be like a special skill though.
Some sort of guidelines on, because this is something that the Bop House has been talking about. I love saying words like Bop House in a video, and I'm being dead serious. No, there's like what's her name? No, because like Sophie Rain in the Bop House, a lot of those people like have come out and spoke against Bonnie Blue of like what she's doing and what she's pushing it towards is like extremely unhealthy for everybody else on the platform. And whereas some people might want to do some lingerie pickies, couple of lingerie videos, just a few of these, maybe a couple of these. That is what people were like, hey, let's keep this on the platform. Maybe when there's 2,000 people and you're just kneeling there like this, and then whatever they want to do is happen. Maybe that's not a meta that we should push. Because I don't know if you're aware with the internet and how things...
Yeah, I do agree. It's crazy that these things are even happening. But I find that interesting, the predictions on this, because of the economy going worse, that we're going to see more and more crazy stuff happening. Because we're about to probably, unless, you know, they actually correct it, see some very extreme poverty hit. Or a lot of people that haven't suffered from poverty is going to feel the financial crunch.
but things kind of go in a way where the most shocking, the most borderline pushing thing you can do is gonna get the most views because it's the most shocking, because it's the most insane. But when you're adding in what the content itself is, it's so fucked up. That's why, like, when there's like those Twitch guideline switches and then it results in somebody just like oiled up and then just the video from here to here, but they're like standing there like that. The people who do that, disgust. There's other websites for it. Kids are on Twitch. But then you go to the platform where that type of thing is okay. And now all of a sudden, what? You're supposed to contend with people doing 2,000 people on video at once? The youngest possible, like the most insane and gross way you could possibly do it. And that's just like, of course she had to get banned. And the platform said it was permanent. They said that that was like the last straw, done. And so that was the last we heard of her, right? There wasn't anything else that happened after that, was there? Was there?
You know, women complain that men don't want to get married. We did actually want to get married when we got obedient virgins, but they disappeared and they complained about the patriarchy and they were tired of us giving them a house to live in and kids to raise, and they wanted to make their own choices. So she's making her own choice. That's a fantastic thing.
Oh, cool. So you know that Andrew Tate isn't just like controversial, right? You know he's not just like, oh, he's an edgy guy who says some stuff.
God, I feel like brainwashing listening to that guy. That is an interesting study, Slap, and I do agree with that a lot of the time. I find it funny, though, if I was put in that situation, and I was like, can I have a computer? And my illegal act would be illegally downloading a game or something. It's like, and eventually she did something illegal.
I don't want to say it, but in his own words, he has described that he's like a sex trafficker. Made a whole video about it in the past, long ass time ago. Early YouTube career, I made a video about it. But yeah, let's go on his podcast. Yeah, let's go talk
I'm
to
definitely not gonna take moral advice from someone a sex trafficker. That's for fucking sure.
him and do what? like and what? Oh, I know. Go on to his podcast, play the role of.
It's because most of these podcast guys actually only debate only fangirls or stuff like that. It's actually a very weird thing. They do the ultra conservative thing, but they only hang around like porn stars and stuff like that. And people have theorized it's because like a lot of them like didn't have much of an education. So, and also they're the prime example of what they're trying to say XYZ is bad, but also that they're not educated enough to like make a rebuttal.
The woman that he tells his audience is what all women are, and then sit there and nod while he insults all of women. Oh yeah, you're a feminist though. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a feminist, but I'm pretty open to like equality and stuff. On the Andrew Tate podcast, no, nothing you say ever with Andrew Tate, who is. Okay, take the creep and then exponentially multiply it by criminal in those same ways of creep, but criminal. How many charges do they face in the UK? Oh, 21 charges have been authorized against them. Okay. Yeah, go jump on his podcast. Let him talk about how women...
That's a good example. So they have the moral high ground, you're right, now.
What they used to do is be virgins, and we used to buy them houses, and women were virgins. By the way, women in the 1950s were out there, and they were getting their action. I'm sorry to tell you, Andrew. I don't know if your dad raised you watching Leave It to Beaver, and you think that everybody acted like that. Nancy Reagan was in the studio backlots giving dome the likes of which you couldn't even imagine. Was Nancy Reagan really Hollywood's queen? It's not like women were virgins and men bought them houses and men used to yell at them and they didn't have rights. And now women get the right to vote. Oh, now they're having sex with all sorts of other people. What the hell? Like, that doesn't even make sense. That's for fucking 12-year-olds, which is the audience of Andrew.
Yeah, the only thing that changed is that the women don't have to marry the guy as soon as they get pregnant. They don't get pregnant.
Which is insane that Bonnie Blue is going on that, where, listen.
That's not because of vote, that's because of birth control.
I'm sorry. I know that there are people who are like full-grown adult men who watch Andrew Tate. They need to be put into a group home or something, because you cannot actually watch that type of content and be like a real person who should be able to function in society. You need like some sort of handlebars if you think that that shit is real.
Do I have children from some virgins? Yes.
If you ever host a virgin party, count me in.
How would you get into a virgin party?
Okay,
Burnt.
Sorry, whoever that guy is,
English is my first language, thank you. Just not waiting until marriage. Yeah, there was shotgun weddings for a long time. There's And there's a reason most kings had bastards, so like someone had to do it, you know.
He ate on that one line, and that. How would you get into a virgin party? No, really, how would you? By the way, what was that first thing you said, Andrew?
Do I have children from some virgins? Yes.
Do I have children from some virgins? Yes. Who has said that before? The biblical God? Are you saying you're God? What the fuck? Yeah, there's women who are virgins who have my children. Yeah, I don't know what you.
That is funny too. Yes, I choose the guys who all hate women are all OnlyFans patrons. I do find that incredibly ironic that the most people that like do that I hate women online and women are all like hoes or whatever. Most of them are like OnlyFans enjoyers. They do porn, etc. Watch porn, etc. And it's like, wait, this feels weird. That's like feels like such a contradiction. Hey Code, thanks for the follow. Welcome to Delinquents. Behold my virgin birth.
Don't understand about that. Look how awful this is. I can't believe that this is a podcast that exists.
I'm not like every other woman. They get to come to me and I'll listen to them.
True.
They're not asking for an emotional connection, and a lot of them sometimes just feel lonely because the world lets them down in loads of ways. They're made to work, they're made to provide, they're made to look after the kids, still empty the dishes. Like, they're made to do so much and they feel lonely. They can't go and say to their wife, you know what?
What? Okay. Unlike other women, she listens to guys. What? Wife, I'm lonely. I'm talking to Bonnie Blue. I just find that they're doing the dishes, they're raising the kids, they're working, doing those. It's like, I'm pretty sure that men statistically are do not do most of the caregiving for their kids. Like, it's going up though. Men are up like to 30% now, but still, it's like, so I just find a lot of her points there really dumb. Yeah, it's going up. It's like, it is going up a lot. And even primary is going up a lot. I feel like guys are getting more interested than ever, you know, like taking a hands-on approach to their kids. You know, I feel like it's also because they're sick of like getting told that's like not something they should like get invested in. But yeah, the mental gymnastics are crazy.
Work was hard today. She'll bite back and say, oh, the kids kept me up, this happened, and you know, they dropped their yogurt on the floor.
I see why you go cheat on your wife because she's been watching the kids all day and she also thinks that that's tiring after you spend a day at work. Okay, yeah, you're more tired after work. She's also tired from having kids. I don't understand how, like, okay, 1 + 1.
My point is too, you know what, you could work less if you didn't spend all your money on OnlyFans. Like, the logic doesn't make sense to me. Bro, yeah, your life is crazy. You are. How she's doing the dish. Oh.
Equals, cheat on your wife. I had a difficult day. I don't care about you. I'm gonna go sleep with Bonnie Blue. Really? You're saying that person right there is the one who's like, oh fuck, I really have empathy for them. They're just so misunderstood. Bro, life is hard. You wanna have sex with your wife? You know what you can do? If you have...
I don't know, like, it depends on your country, but in a lot of countries, most... Unless it was like farm working and stuff like that, most caregiving of kids were primarily the mothers. Partly also that working days were longer. So it's like, I would say parents in general had more, strictness, you know, rules, expectations, you know, stuff like that. Like, they actually got involved in the grades, but I would say like the day-to-day care was still primarily women. But dad still got involved in the discipline, they got involved in their grades, their education, and stuff like that. And I feel like that's a part both parents just don't get involved in as much. Like, that was like a united front from parents. Even if they didn't in the daily life, they still were involved with parts of their kids' life. Yeah, exactly. That's what I say to people when they're like, most women are stay-at-home wives. They don't work. I'm like, who? Who are these billionaires? Who are these billionaires that can afford a housewife? Because that ain't me, son. Like, I feel like most people can't afford to, like, have one spouse stay at home. Okay. Wholesome. Yeah, well, what's something wholesome after this?
Had a difficult day, and then she had a difficult day. Do something that's relaxing for both of y'all. Get your stress away, get your anxiety away, relax. Be nice to her. Maybe, oh, I'll do a couple things for her. Oh, maybe go above and beyond. I'm so tired. I'd do a couple things for her. Why? So that you can have sex with her? No, because it's nice and it'll make her feel less stressed out. And then if y'all want to have sex, you're gonna do it. At no point is there a, I got home from work because I'm tired and I had kids and I'm tired. Okay, I go sleep with a prostitute. At no point does that decision make sense, ever. If you're upset because your wife is not fucking you, communicate with her, talk to her, find out the root cause, communicate that you want more intimacy with her, and genuinely fucking give it a shot and work on your relationship. Don't find some woman who has 80 dudes at a queue outside of her hotel room and just
100% agree.
Get in line with all these other flip-flop fucks. Oh my god! I'm trying really hard not to say it. Flame on! I just want to say it so bad. This suit makes me feel like I could turn into a ball of flame and I just fly the fuck out of here. I don't understand how she can act like, oh, well, there's nothing morally wrong with what I'm doing. Like, it's legal and it's fine. Okay, if legal is your barrier for what is okay and what is not, what about the sex trafficker who you're on his podcast?
All good points. And guys, whenever someone says a house husband, all that comes to mind is that, like, that scene from The Simpsons where Homer's washing the dishes and he's like, I wish I married a businessman. Then I'd have nice things. And that's like just what comes to my mind when someone says a house husband, is like, men are really just dreaming of having a wealthy businesswoman so they can have nice things.
Oh, is that legal? Is it
Just
legal
like
sex trafficking?
everyone-
According to the Diddy case. Oh, let's not talk about that.
When you see a man who wants to play with a baby all day, that man is probably gay.
I'm fucking sorry, guys. Do you know it's fucking gay to spend time with your kids?
Fucking boring.
Well,
So,
it doesn't mean he wants to fuck the kid.
No, he's gay.
Andrew, you are gay. Oh my god. I'm sorry. You couldn't. Yeah, sorry. You're gay. Andrew, that is a woman's suit. This is an outfit that is worn by.
Yeah, no straight man wears a shirt that tight. I'm kidding. Yeah, we'll watch something wholesome after this.
Gay men at gay clubs. There is nothing gayer than wearing an athleisure suit that is specifically to get your muscles to go through it. That's gay. I'm sorry. Like, okay, there's nothing wrong with being gay. I'm sorry. But you cannot act like it is a justifiable statement to even act like the that's gay thing relates to a guy who wants to spend time with his kids. You cannot give any sort of argument, even in the homophobic way of, oh, that's gay, oh, that's gay. That stupid ass argument works very.
I know, I hate that like people just want to like shit on your happiness. It's like, well, your happiness is wrong.
Well for you based on your choices and what you wear. Have you heard of evolution and the desire to procreate as an innate thing to keep our species continuing? Therefore, guy who wants to hang out with his own.
If you're a house husband, you have to do the chores too, and I guess take care of the kids.
Children. Yeah, guy following his natural impulses, his testosterone. Dude, if you are saying that being a good dad is gay, I think that says a lot more about your relationship with your dad, who, by the way, Andrew, is dead. Your dad is dead, and you yourself have said that he died disappointed in you. Don't take it out on the rest of the world because your dead dad was disappointed in you before he died.
That's fucked up. And explains a lot.
All of this shit that you're doing, it's not gonna bring it back. It's not gonna make him love you, bro. It's
in the fantastic.
Gay to love your kids? Okay, he said while he's wearing a spandex
that's
suit.
hilarious.
Do you hear what you're talking about? You can wear a spandex suit and be straight. There's nothing like clothing itself doesn't have an inherent sexuality, whatever. But if you are going to use those arguments, you have to just understand that those arguments are so much more applicable to you.
Women don't think that way. And once you understand that logic, you can extrapolate that out to the fact that women shouldn't be in charge of a country ever. Because women are not prepared to take a bullet for a country, ever.
Women can't.
Okay, I don't expect there to be logic, but what is the logic in that?
Take a bullet for a country ever. First of all, I know it wasn't dying for the country, but she died for fucking humanity, and don't you ever speak about Amelia Earhart that way again. Also, not on the right side of history at all, but Lydia Litviak,
I'll be fucked. I would take a bullet for you guys.
of the Soviet Union, was the first female pilot to shoot down an enemy aircraft. It was for the Soviet Union, though, so don't applaud. But what about Reba Whittle? She was in World War II. She was the first American female military prisoner of war. She crash landed and got captured by the Germans.
Yeah, tons of women volunteered during the wars. There was tons of nurses that had to go through horrifying things for their country. Nurses were targeted a lot. in World War
I don't know if you ever read about history. Deborah Sampson of the Revolutionary War disguised herself as a man. She didn't die. She didn't take a bullet for the country, but she went to fucking war for it. I don't know what the idea is here. Like, is the implication that no woman has ever died in military service ever? How stupid are you? But this isn't an Andrew Tate podcast. Sorry. The fact that Bonnie Blue is sitting there entertaining this conversation, talking to this guy, playing the role of who she is and who her character is to Andrew Tate's audience is so fucked up. And I just want to highlight this one final thing, this one clip, because it encapsulates her whole appearance on this podcast.
Here. You're just a commentator.
Andrew, if you go to jail, I'll identify as a guy, so we can go in together.
All right, thank you.
Top and tail. I mean, you can be in me if you want. I just thought, we'll keep that bit of secret.
Epic owned. I'll just identify as a guy and I'll go to prison with you. Like,
Is like everything she says just a way of saying, yeah, you'll have sex with me. Because she was like silent through the entire thing, except, yeah, and then we'll have sex. Like, is what?
Trans people. And then we can be together. I'm so glad she got banned. She's gonna lose so much money for being banned. She would have made so much more money if she just stopped doing that. It's just so evil. But she couldn't stop. She was a slave to the growth. Guess where that growth got you? Banned. Sitting on a fuck ass.
That's what I find so crazy is like so many people are not happy at all. Like she's making $2 million a month or something and she still wants growth. Wouldn't you just be happy at that point?
Couch talking to Andrew Tate while he's saying the stupidest, dumbest things ever, and you're just going, but of course, and what if I was trans, No matter how much money you make, there's no way that your existence was worthy. Like, you shouldn't have even been around if this is what your life is gonna be. I'm sorry. Some other consciousness should have gotten a body and gotten to live this life, because you are just fucking horrible, making awful decisions with every second. But you got banned. You better stay banned. Please stay banned. Before we go, I want to give you one final clip of Bonnie Blue to go off of, because I think that it really demonstrates her moral character.
Oh yeah, they were talking about this at the beginning. It was freaking horrifying.
And her respect for the people around her. She says this to the guy in the middle, not Andrew Tate, just the moderator.
I can prove it though. Do you want to prove it? We'll see who's tighter, your wife or me.
Yeah, $1 million, you can live off the interest.
Next question, huh?
You didn't want to answer that question though. Why didn't you want to answer that question?
You're Aussie enough, you know.
You don't want to say your wife? Just say your wife. Just say your wife. Just say your wife. Why you gotta go? I don't know. Who's is tighter, you or my wife? I don't know. Andrew, let's change the subject. Just say your wife. It's not hard. It's not. Just don't do it with Bonnie and just say your wife and then you win. Oh my God. It's just an entire life on the internet that is bringing nothing but harm to the people who watch it. If you are watching this content, your brain genuinely is getting...
Yeah, this is why I say, no matter your belief system, do not spend majority of your time on the internet.
Destroyed. This is from the national...
Even with people where the internet is their job, they know not to spend too much time just constantly involved in the culture of it because it'll rot your brain.
The Library of Medicine, a .gov website. The impact of internet pornography addiction on brain function, a functional near-infrared spectroscopy study. The introduction of this study says there is extensive awareness of internet pornography addiction. It not only affects the mental health of adolescents, but also...
I do find funny this is still a debate that people have. And I'm sorry I'm covering his face, but it is what it is. But I do agree that like too much porn is just bad for your brain.
Promotes criminal activity. That's the introduction of,
there's
so much studies on this that like we are taking this as fact. There's so much research about this, but we're also interested not just in the mental health impacts and the criminal activity and the promotion of criminal activity, which is what? However, it says the impact of internet pornography addiction on functional in the brain remains unclear. Now, the results, it's a big paragraph. They're talking about shit like prefrontal cortex and pars triangularis of Broca's area in the frontal lobe. I don't know what that's talking about, but this is the important part, that after viewing the pornography, the high frequency group demonstrated longer reaction times and significantly reduced accuracy while completing the Stroop color and word test compared to the low frequency group, and also their own performance before and after viewing it. So bad for your mental health, promotes criminal activity, which is wild, and makes you dumber, slower, stupider. And that's just like regular. That's not what Bonnie Blue is doing. If Bonnie Blue is doing all this stuff, just imagine the things that are happening in the brains of the people who are watching that. But then another step beyond that, the guys who are lining up to take part in this, oatmeal brain, just sludge. And it results in like...
Gooner brain, exactly.
Look at this video.
It's kind of like when you get in-depth in the community goon brains, you actually people find it hard to socialize with people outside of those circles because their behavior is no longer like actually socially acceptable, but they think it's socially acceptable because of the community that they're spending all their time with, and you actually become more and more isolated from everyone else because the only people you can actually interact with are the people inside that community.
This is Bonnie Blue. She's in Ibiza. She sees a couple of lads. They've got the dumbest haircuts ever. They look incredibly stupid. They're going over, oh yeah, I'll take a picture. Yeah, these are the types of dudes who are interested. Oh, and then he puts his hand on her butt. Okay. Now, I know like the immediate reaction.
Exactly, yeah. A couple times a week is very different. I did read a study about like if you try and like switch it up of not using porn all the time, it's good too or something. But that was because I did it like one of my class was on narrative therapy. And you know, using artistic strategies with narrative therapy, so I did some research on that on uni. But
Okay,
that's
but she's
about
Bonnie Blue. It's just the fact that there wasn't even hesitation, there wasn't question. It just comes over, does it, yeah, whatever, yeah. I see her on my video screen all the time. She's always doing that. Yeah, go grab it. Little butt, bam. Her impact is kind of
Believe me, bro.
She's making millions of dollars a month before she got banned. So I don't know how many people had.
Yeah, narrative therapy. It's kind of like where you use storytelling, writing, or images and art as a kind of therapy. It's aka writing and experiencing the narrative as a therapy. The narrative of the trauma or experiencing similar like scenarios like in storytelling. Some people say even fictional or whatever can be soothing to other people, and it's a safe way to experience to experience similar situations and desensitize to it, etc. It's a part of it. Instead of, you know, some people, you know, when they go through trauma, they try and reenact it constantly and it causes them physical damage. Narrative and fictional can be a harmless way to go through it.
To have been buying those videos, but it's in the like tens of thousands, at least I would assume. And then beyond that, people who aren't paying for it are seeing it like hundreds of thousands, maybe millions. It just makes me feel
it's connected, like technically getting someone to draw their feelings is a form of narrative therapy, or using art through as therapy, you know, like kind of crap. Yeah.
So disgusted. The fact that she doesn't realize, hey, it's not just about can I legally do this and make money off of it. It's also the thing that you are putting into society and the impact that you are having on the world. It's not neutral. It is extremely negative. And she'll try to argue that it's actually, oh no, it's actually positive because people will send their kids to me and then I'll show them what it's actually like. I don't do these crazy things, like I just show them what it's actually like. That's what her argument is, but it's just not true. You are not having a net positive impact. I can't even believe that she acts like she is having a net positive impact. She is one of the most morally
some people are fucking delulu online.
Disgusting people on the internet who is putting out some genuinely harmful, awful shit and then going and promoting it to Andrew Tate's audience. Oh, perfect synergy. Oh, great. She gives me the heebie-jeebies. That's all I'm gonna say. She gives me the heebie-jeebies. Let's keep her banned though. And if you're ever talking to somebody and they mention Bonnie Blue in a way of like they've seen it, you gotta just.
I was hoping more to go over like how much of her stunts are legit, but unfortunately they do seem legit.
Take their flip-flops off their feet and just start swinging. But thank you for watching this video. Thank you. Please subscribe. I'm begging you. Please.
Tell me what, I got this way after I ordered the Spider-Man suit. I ordered this like 2 weeks after I ordered the Spider-Man suit. I'm like messaging them, they're like, we're building it. I'm like, damn, how long does it fucking take to build a Spider-Man suit? How long? Oh my god, you just pick it up. And I said, I would pay you more if you make it faster or like any, and they said, oh yeah, well, we're working on it. I will pay you. I want to make the movie so bad. Oh my god. Okay. Why am I dog barking?
Oh my god.
What's a weird?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. You can still use experiences because writers use experiences in their work all the time. But an unskilled writer that is using it primarily just for it, the story will contain too much of themselves. It's why, in like with the literature, they say that every work has a bit of yourself in it. But a good work, you can't tell that it's in it. Like, even we were talking about Knights of the Seven Kingdoms. George R.R. Martin said if he had a self-insert, he would say the most of his self, he would say, is in Sam Mortali's experience or whatever. But that's the thing, you wouldn't be able to tell that. They just happen to be progressive. Partly, yes. But it's partly in that, and it's... but it's like a mix. It's like, for instance, like how some people use their work for fetishes. Like Quentin Tarantino always have weird foot scenes and all this stuff that kind of makes people uncomfortable. That's his using his work to get out his personal ideas. Like, there's a bit too much of himself in that. You know what I mean? Yep. And that's the thing, a good writer can have their grievances or their ideas, but they do it in a way that you can't tell it's just them yapping. And that's why having ideologies isn't bad, it's having the skill to implement them in a way that is actually meaningful. And I think that's the problem. I actually blame, the trophy system of every single person is special, everyone is 10 out of 10, everyone has a first place ribbon kind of thing. It makes a lot of people think, or parents telling all their kids that they're super special, awesome, and the most special person in the universe, but it's completely fine to be average, guys. I think we should teach more people it's fine to be average. You should be happy. It's great to be average. A lot of people have it a lot worse. But it gives people the self-image that because they want to be a writer, they must be a great writer, and every other person must understand what they're trying to say. Hey, number 2's better than last, right? And that's the thing. I think it's a difference in ideas, because we used to teach kids to be grateful for our circumstances, and now we teach kids that they are the best in their circumstances or something. You know what I mean? It's like has something to do with, like, we're always troubleshooting parenting, and every generation thinks they have it better than the next. And so far, nothing's foolproof so far. There is nothing that is foolproof. But the thing is, balance seems to be the best you can hope for. Balance is key. Why does this keep falling? Hey, Giga. So far, either direction, you actually get meet back up in the middle. Yes, technically, that's the thing. That's why I do say I really don't just go either side, because people would say this opinion is not very woke of me. And I would say this is not a very woke opinion in any way, but I honestly believe it is harmful mindset to have, not just for kids, but also mental health. In general, I don't think it's productive to a strong mental health is having high expectations of one life at all times. I think acceptance that you may be able to achieve great things through hard work and perseverance, but most people will have a very average, normal life, and being happy is a great achievement in itself. And I think having super high expectations of your kids, or trying to tell them they're super special, is setting them up to be depressed their entire life. You have a conservative belief. Well, that's the thing. I don't think one side has it all right, or one of any direction. I feel like, I believe in moderate, moderate is best. Extreme's bad, obviously, of anything. And I believe that in parenting most of all. And that's pretty much where most of my morals come from. What I think is like good in parenting and for your own happiness is like works. Being moderate with it works the best. Where is this? I want this to be a bit smaller. In disappointment? Yes. God, I thought we need to bring back the Roman Senate. Then we will have good things again. Yeah. The problem with everyone I talk about, they want you to pick one side. Huh? And they need to bring back the guillotine. Now we got our anarchist in here. Okay, we had something, Andrew Tate meet Cannon. That's what we were gonna watch. And still sense of competition in youth. That's something, I don't think everything has to be a competition, but healthy competition is fine. But that's the thing, I also, part of my moderation, I do think there should be like things that don't have to be a competition. I think showing and explaining, you can just enjoy things. You don't have to win to enjoy it is important too. Oh, his aura when he got boxed out. I hate him. Oh my god. Fuck Christ.
Gentlemen.
Because I feel like that's also a negative thing when people think you have to win or it's not worth doing. if you're not getting a reward, it's not worth doing, because most of the things in our daily life we have to do, we don't get a reward for doing. Or less. But okay, we'll do this. I put this down first. I'm sorry, guys. I was saying I was going to get a drink and I'll be right back. But before we do some more of these, you need to watch videos of Andrew Tate losing to the lover boy method. What? Yeah, we don't get a reward for doing dishes. We don't really get a reward for cleaning the house, other than the house is clean, etc. Yeah. Political Dan would say, I don't come here to have a debate of what I think of my topics personally. I came here to debate our policies. Exactly. And that's why in Australian politics, when they tried to bring up abortion, our politicians said, shut up. That is not a point that needs to be debated. My personal views has nothing to do with how the government is run, etc. And I don't want someone's personal beliefs in with the government. They should just make rules based on what is best for the average. You know what I mean? And I don't need some people's, they can be Christian or whatever, but their personal, like, value should not be brought into how the government runs. You know what I mean? So it's based on how good they can do their job. But okay, I'm gonna be right back. Don't ask me where I've gone. I couldn't tell you. Oh, I'm in the wrong room. I went react room instead of the case room. Oops-a-daisy. My bad, guys. I was like, why the hell am I here? I'm just dumb. And I decided if I want to talk about TV shows, I will make videos because I feel like I got way too riled up. And seeing people actually pay attention to what I say sometimes, thanks, internet, I can't believe you've done this to me. Like, I don't think I should go, I feel like I got out of hand. You know, like, I can't just go on stupid rants sometimes. Sorry, guys. So, because wait, do I pay attention to you? Like 50%, and I feel like that's the perfect amount. Hey, Oni, welcome to the Delinquents. Thanks for follow. And Giga, if I forgot to say thank you for the follow, I don't remember. Yeah. I get real fiery and sassy with TV shows. You only post to respect women 50% of the time. What the fuck? Okay, awesome. Okay, we're gonna watch this Meat Cannon one, and then I'll have a couple looks. I was gonna watch a Moist Critical one, but we can do some other things. I was looking at doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge today, but then I got distracted talking about dumb stuff with you, everyone. So maybe tomorrow. Yu-Gi-Oh! Game and Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridged.
We've had success with phase 1. Expensive cars. Vroom. Money. Classic Tate W. And most importantly, women. We do be getting them bitches though. Classic Tate W, man. You're the best. Women.
I like that he throws.
It's time now for phase 2 of our journey. And that, gentlemen, is self-love.
Oh,
Observe closely, gentlemen. Oh, come
on. Yo, is this real? Full send it, Taint. Yeah, hell yeah. Full send it, brother.
I hate this so much.
Well, I gotta try this.
Good idea.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, I hate this.
Let me get a smoke off your cigar.
Can you imagine having to animate this? Strong stomach Meat Cannon.
Yeah. Oh, here, take that. Yeah, put that in your mouth. Okay, I will. Oh, fuck. Oh, blow that smoke out. Oh, I will. Oh,
Andrew, your cigar tastes so good.
Oh, my fucking God, that tastes so sweet.
Wait, is he imagining himself as Andrew?
But not as sweet as you, baby.
I don't think I have a mirror, eh? Oh, wait, yeah, here's one.
I'm a real top bloke.
I know, some of the weirdest games you have to think, man, the dude who thought of this is crazy, but good job.
Hey, wait!
Oh, you are.
Hey, wait!
Fuck. Hold on, baby, hold on.
Did he just give birth?
What's going on, lads? What's the problem?
You gave birth. That's like a woman thing, right?
Giving birth is like a woman thing.
God.
Yo,
that's the line.
This is sus.
Like, one of you guys are female or a woman or something, eh? I don't know, like something. Full send.
Guys, I'm not a female. If anything, he's the female. What are you talking about? You were the one calling me baby the whole time, which is classically a female move. Fine. Let's prove who's a man right now, then.
Oh, fucking God. I would say this is accurately as stupid as some of these conversations.
This is crazy, man.
Who am I?
Fucking God.
Bro, no!
I don't know who this guy is, but I feel like he likes Andrew Tate a lot.
Oh, who will lead us now?
Money. Money.
What did he say?
Hey, Benny BB Button, welcome. Thanks for the raid, homie. Oh my god. I hope you had a good stream, guys. Perfect.
Did you say, little baby? Girls should wear leashes like the dogs they are. Yo, full send it. Yo.
Stupid bitches!
Oh my fucking god. Yes, that's me, Cannon.
The group is celebrating life today. A member of their flock seems to be leaving and doesn't...
Why are their boobas out? Okay, yeah, this is a compilation. I didn't realize when I clicked on it, but yes. Oh my god. Thanks, Chris and Ghost. I'd be like, so that's the Andrew Tate one. Yeah, seems accurate. It's a bit cursed. Oh my god. Just a tiny bit, guys. It's fine. Let me check the media. Ooh. Red Bull gives you wing moonshine. Maybe something like I can finally agree with that. That demon has sent me. Finally. Some good old illegal moonshine.
Do not try this at home. Now, for those of you what doubt my hillbilly fortitude, let me show you here what we're working with. Can't see a thing, can you? Come a little closer. Listen here. That there's good old corn liquor right there. Here's what we're gonna do with it.
Oh, you can set it on fire.
Cheers.
Oh, really? About awesome. Welcome over, homie.
But there's a hillbilly shot. I tell you, that Red Bull give you wings, or that moonshine give you four-wheel drive.
I feel like he would die. I actually know a friend that drinks moonshine. It's like an American, and I'm just like, why would you do that to yourself, Harvey? I was really drunk. Yes, that is pretty much what you'll get if you drink moonshine really drunk. Him and Neko, we have a... What is this?
I don't understand.
I'm built different. A mosquito priest unveils an abomination to help them in their attack on the giant? Okay.
What is this abomination?
Our prayers were heard. The gods have sent
Well, I'm going through them from the end there, so we'll see, Roxas.
us a weapon to destroy
Gotta be
the
fair, I've already reacted to one of yours.
giant. It is called the Malaria.
What the hell is this? Damn devil mosquitoes.
By the gods. But how can it help us?
The Malaria carries an infection that is deadly to the giant.
Can we be certain of this?
Faith does not require certainty, General.
If the malaria manages to puncture the giant, will it fall?
Even the mighty bleed.
General!
At ease, Trooper. What is it?
You have to come.
It does feel very Dune, yes.
There's an attack on one of our villages.
Malaria is an AIDS. Roxas. Oh, I guess, yeah.
General. What is that smoke?
The Golden Plague. A burning wind that sweeps away all life.
Entire generations perish in a single strike. No screams, no struggle. Only stillness and death. And a scent of citrus.
We got demons in their world. The long sleep. The long sleep, the long dark. Oh my god.
Where are your troops, General?
Okay, so this is the next mosquito one, of course. One sec, I can't see here. So I can't read chat. 1 second. So it's not there, it's there. Done. Mosquito General tells of a failed skirmish against a human.
They're dead. All of them. How? How is this possible? We believe the giant was blind to the sky.
How did arguing with me mean your video recommendations are different? Hilarious, but curious.
That it knew only the ground beneath
Oh crap. I did them in the wrong order.
it. So we descended from above like rain falls from heaven. But we were wrong. The giant listens beyond sight. It hears the air tremble. It feels our presence. And it was too late before I saw it. Saw what, General? The artifact our foremothers spoke about. The great electrifier.
True, if you speak, this just shows how great writing is, because if you try hard enough, you can make anything sound epic, if you know what you're doing. Okay, bye, Wicked, have a great night, homie.
By the Sanguis gods, we are outmatched against this monstrosity. Then it might please you, General, to know that we have an abomination, born to rot the giant from within.
This makes sense now. The malaria one was next. Okay. Now it makes sense, okay. And, yeah, I don't know, it depends how long it is, because, what the fuck is this?
I am troubled. Something is wrong, and I do not know if the wrongness lies within the world or within myself. Speak your feelings, brother. If there's any way to help you, I will.
What the fuck? What? Cow. Thanks for the lurk, Lucas. Okay. So, let me have a look at these. Now trusting Benny or not. Let me look at these. One sec. This is like 1:45. 9 minutes? Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Because we have to finish soon just because of the time. But I don't have a cow, man. Brother, may I have some oats? Oh my fucking god. Damn, I was gonna say something, but it's getting late. My brain's like frying. You do watch Friday, so it is 12 minutes. I think. Let me bring this up. I'll watch one of them, and the other I'd have to do off stream. Where is it? It's up here somewhere. I haven't picked one, but I'll do the other one first. From Benny. This is 19 years old. Jesus, I think I'll do the Mighty Super Mario first, just so we can have a better look of, like, you know. his content he makes now. Sniper Pug! Okay, that's what I was going to say, because Steven said, someone said, it's like brain.
Brother.
That, oh wow, your recommendation must be so crazy shit. From reacting to this. And for some reason I got lazy and started using my Erundel Re for a lot of things. That was a whole series we did of reactions of where I'd pull out curse crap that was suggested to me from doing everyone's reactions. Because especially, I'm pretty sure the algorithm thought I was a teenage gooner boy, so I would get the craziest shit recommended to me. That was like a whole series we had going for a bit there.
Understand.
I just haven't done it in ages because I haven't really, like, just only been using it for React stuff. That's Cow. Pug. Okay. Roadside Assistance by Sasha Grey. I'm not a teen gooner, I know, crazy work.
Looks like you're stranded, little girl.
My car broke down. I need help.
Maybe I should check your...
Oh my
engine.
God. In my engine doing my vagina.
What?
I like how it's like a little girl and he's like 30. She's like 30, look at
Nothing, I just thought...
No, I said engine. Why don't you show me the problem?
Right here.
I think I have a big tool that can handle that problem.
Hey, Doc.
And my tool, do you mean penis?
My penis? Why would I use my penis to work on your car?
I thought we were double entendres.
My penis is mushy. That would be very painful.
Sorry, I just...
No, it's okay. All done.
I know it's a joke, but that is not something you type.
I guess it's time for my payment.
What?
Hag, yes.
Money?
Hags is in the demand.
I was thinking of something a little more of the flesh.
Like intercourse with me?
That would make you a whore. I thought you went to Catholic school. I was actually just talking about one of those kittens.
Go for it.
Best deal ever. The working man. Oh my god. Oh, it is PG porn. What the fuck? What is that? Wait, there's more?
Thanks. I cannot wait to fuck this thing.
What? Fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god. And yes, we already did the Bonnie Blue thing, and it had many controversial conversations happening because of it, as you would imagine. Some that don't even make sense. Okay, I know I said I would watch Roxas, but I really want to watch the Sniper Pug.
All right, soldiers.
I'm sorry. I'll watch Roxas after this. Okay, get me out of there. Damn limit. I need to make sure everything's working fine. Finally, a main character like me, the La Pug. I feel like this stream was like very risky today, you know what I mean? So far. Sniper Pug by Tom Ska. Is it like Ska? Tom Ska. Sniper Pug. Let's go. Okay, guys. I'm about to absolutely stretch this yap, okay? Because I want this to video so I can share the pugaliciousness to everyone.
Listen up. We've got a dirty bomb, and the bastard's planning to use it. Our job's to get down there and make sure they never get the chance. We can't run the risk of spooking them.
Wait, he did the ASDF, really?
So we go in hard, fast, and quietly. There's no room
That guy looks familiar.
for mistakes. But if something goes wrong, we've got Sergeant Pugsley.
The cutest little guy in the army.
Now I know what you're thinking. He's a maverick. Maybe even a little old. But he's the best damn sniper there is.
Look at that face.
Any questions?
Yeah, that's a dog.
That's not a question, Private.
That's a dog?
Much better. Let's move out.
What? No, guys.
Can't believe you would doubt him just because he's a dog. Damn anti-doggists.
4 letters. Something you say to express pain. No, it starts with an A.
Sir, can we talk about Sergeant Pugsley for a minute, please?
That damn maverick.
Yeah.
Oh my god, just having a cute little tongue.
Sure. Look, I'm not really comfortable with him being a part of this team.
What?
You know, on account of the fact that he's a dog.
What? How did you find out?
It's kind of obvious.
Damn it. Look, the others don't need to know about his drinking problem.
What?
What is he drinking though? Because alcohol will kill him.
I don't care if he's a drinker. The question is how to get in the army in the first place.
Oh! You want to bring back Don't Ask, Don't Tell?
If the question is, are you a dog, then yes.
Huh. You won't be so quick to judge when Sergeant Pugsley said you've been
Pugsley, please, man, we're on your side.
He doesn't even have thumbs.
Leave your prejudices at home, soldier.
It's an books.
What was that voice?
Damn it! Why didn't you warn us?
Because he can't talk!
He would have warned them if he knew, if he could tell, or if he could speak. Oh my god.
Of course! That damn maverick has a plan! That son of a bitch has balls!
No, he doesn't! He doesn't have balls!
Oh, is that a problem?
I mean, they were cut off!
Oh, is that a problem?
Not now, Private! No, Private!
Damn it, Pugsley, where's our cover fire?
Sir, there is no cover fire because dogs can't fire guns! I mean, what's next? A hamster in a plane?
Don't be ridiculous. Captain Squeakers.
Captain Squeakers. I find funny there is dogs in the army, just like for some reason they put them in a completely non-army, like, dog-related role for the army. Yeah, I've surprisingly, like, never seen this. I've never seen this anywhere.
All right. I admit it. Sergeant Pugsley is a dog.
Yeah.
What? He may well be a dog and an alcoholic. He also poops outdoors. But by God, he's the best damn soldier I've ever had the privilege of...
You just couldn't afford a dog sitter, could you?
They're really expensive.
They're really expensive. Pugsley, is that you?
He
did it.
is a maverick.
Who's a good boy? It's you.
He's so happy to be a good boy.
You couldn't save a...
That fucking cat. What an evil son of a bitch.
That's all, Pugsley.
Oh my god. Oh, him, Tom. Oh, that's how. Right, I've seen him on his other videos of this. Yeah. Oh my god, that is hilarious. Oh, goddamn, Lieutenant Pugsley. A+, I need a whole movie of that, you know. PUBG? Pug? Exactly, there should be pugs in PUBG, that should make sense. Some things just make sense, you know. Okay, here we go. Last video, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Super Mario Bros. 3 and the Wizard, angry video game nerd. It's a re-upload. One sec, let me do that again because apparently we're all broken. There we go. No, I just saw it on the it was on my suggestion list. It was just on my front page and I was just like, oh, I know I'm supposed to do suggestions, but no, you can have the 13th next time, loser. Puh. Puh. Okay, yeah, and I was just like, I want to see a pug with a gun, man. That was literally it. Okay, Super Mario Bros. 3 and the Wizard, angry video game nerd, suggested by Roxas in the community, so blame him. And if you want to submit a video yourself, you can join the Discord. Only people that are Patreon members and YouTube members and Twitch subs are guaranteed a reaction of their video, unless it's a reaction stream. There we go. See, I even advertise. I've been thinking about that. What do you think about that, guys? Of like certain suggestion things. I say who suggested it. I was like thinking about it because some things are specifically like viewer suggestions. I don't know.
I'm gonna review a good game for once. Yeah, now don't worry, I'll go back to torture myself with shitty ones, but for now...
This is like 12 years old. Yeah, I was thinking it was a good way because I feel like a lot of members and stuff don't know that they have guaranteed reactions.
Now, let's do something awesome.
Based.
Super Mario Bros. 3 is often considered to be the greatest game on the NES, and for good reasons. It took everything that made the first Mario great and multiplied it several times over, adding new intricate levels of gameplay and challenges. Whether it's the top loader or that classic gray box, the Nintendo Entertainment System was at the height of its popularity when this...
Either on stream or I'll react to it for a video that I do myself. If you suggest a video, you're guaranteed to one a month at least of one that's like, you have to watch this. Like suffering. But it can't just be like 6 hours of or something like that, you know?
Masterpiece.
That's for YouTube members, Patreon subs, and Twitch subs.
Came along to push it over the top and make an everlasting impression, the defining moment of our childhood pastime. During the final years of the 8-bit era, many other games came along like McKids and Tiny Toon Adventures, which tried to emulate its gameplay, its power-up system, and overall design. It was one of the first games I remember to have a strategy guide. There was also a Super Mario...
I remember guides, when it was actually better to buy the book guide if you were lost.
Brothers 3 cartoon series, even though there was no 2. That's the power that this game had. All you gotta do is...
No 10 hours of the Badger song.
say Mario 3, and anyone will go, oh yeah.
Now, all the hype began before the game was even released. Most of us first heard about Mario 3 in the 1989 movie, The Wizard. An innocent little family flick, but essentially a theatrical Nintendo commercial in disguise as a feature.
What the hell is this?
Film.
There's 8 worlds, each with a different theme. Desert, snow, sky, and my favorite is the one where everything's...
I'm gonna be honest, I know very little about Mario. I've actually never played a Mario game, except like the racing car one. I had watched my sister play a few.
Giant. Slide through a bunch of bad guys, oh, that's so much fun. The 2-player game has a perfect balance. It's where you can either work together to complete the game, or just compete for items and race each other to the end. Or you could die deliberately so that the other player will have to play the hard levels. There's card games, puzzle games, and even a bonus stage where you can play the original Mario Brothers arcade. Again, this offers many possibilities to be an asshole toward the other player.
I never had a Nintendo console, guys. The Switch was my first Nintendo culture. I'm sorry, I'm poor. I was born this way and I continue to be.
But about the power-ups, you also have a frog suit that swims a lot easier, you got a hammer suit which throws hammers, and a tanuki suit that turns into a statue. I don't know what that's about. I mean, I know you use it to protect yourself from enemies, but man, what kind of crack were they smoking? But the really cool thing is that you can save these power-ups and use them whenever you need them. Like before the start of the level, you might think, it's time to break out the frog suit. The enemies in the game are out of control. You got these Goombas hopping around in wind-up boots. Then you got an angry sun, Big Bertha, and nuclear waffles. Not to mention, you gotta fight
I have a feeling that isn't called Big Bertha, but...
all the Koopa kids and beat Bowser at the end.
Yeah, I know, guys. I know. Being poor is a skill issue. I know.
Alright, going through the pipes. Oh, wait. Oh, bullshit. What a bunch of fucking bullshit. Come on, you piece of shit. Come on, move your ass! Hey, how do I get this flower right here? I don't know, I'm just gonna try to... come on! Yeah, alright. This game's tricky dicky. It's pretty damn hard, too. Then there's this part where the only way to reach the goal is to fly in the air while holding a Koopa shell and break all the blocks. Who would even think to go up there? Especially when you get to the last world, it can get real challenging. This part doesn't fuck around. It's like...
This just reminds me of me failing my way through a Silk Song. Hey, Hotcon, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Delinquents.
You got to the end. You dare to play. Welcome to hell. That's what it looks like. All this fire and skulls, it looks like hell. There's sort of like a heart shape around it. Yeah, a heart around hell. Does that mean that this game loves hell? This game
devil worshippers trying to Will no one think of the children?
Worships the devil. Oh my god, of course it does.
I haven't.
Why is there so many inverted cross?
I say through, I didn't say finish, did I?
What's the H stand for? Hell? How about the part with the tarot cards? The N, Necronomicon? The P must be possession. Or maybe pentagram. Well, of course, the pentagram makes an appearance everywhere. It's no doubt that the 7 sons of Bowser represent the 7 deadly sins. You kneel before Satan on the block, and after 6 seconds you fall through. There's 6 arrows on the possession meter, and to reach the goal you go in the 6th door. That's 666. Everywhere you look, it's the number of the beast.
Damn.
In The Wizard, the game's introduction...
Oh my god. This is like a Christian mom in the 60s kind of attitude. I see the devil everywhere.
It's basically the gates of hell opening.
I'm up here, my little beauties.
Yeah, video Armageddon. The devil watches you through the whole game. The clouds have eyes, the hills have eyes. Yeah, literally, the hills have eyes. Thanks heaven, and we know that there's no need to thank heaven unless there's the presence of hell. There's 8 worlds. In the 8th world, there's 5 spaces you can stand on where giant hands drag you down to your doom. There's 12 tanks you gotta jump on before the goal, and it takes me 12 jumps to get Bowser to fall down the hole.
It is crazy how different this looks even to what I know about Mario. This looks way darker looking. Hey, Pride Boy, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Delinquents.
The 8th letter of the alphabet is H, 5 equals E, 12 equals L. What's that spell? Hell! And what's it sound like when you play the game backwards? This game's a product of the fucking devil. And none of the other Mario games are like that, so I don't know why it's only this one, but... in conclusion, all I can say is that, other than being the total epitome of evil, Super Mario Bros. 3, it's a good game. So good it's a sin.
Your mother.
Oh my.
Practical effects. In 5 years, some kid will ask, was this AI?
Oh my god, it's a possessed NES.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
The fuck did you just say?
I said, your mother sucks cocks in hell.
Oh! Go back to hell, you evil motherfucker!
Shove it up your ass, you motherfucking cocksucker!
Power of Christ compels you!
What an excellent fucking day for an exorcism.
Power of
Abilio Zero just subscribed. Upgrading their cell.
Arabook. I wonder if that matters if you don't speak the language well. If you try and wabook Satan. Thanks, Abila, for the sub. Thanks so much. Tier 1, let's go.
Power of Christ compels you!
Yeah, fuck your mother.
Power of Super Mecha Death Christ compels you!
Fuckers! Fuckers! My mouth wasn't blood.
Yeah, Super Mecha Death Christ 2000 BC version 4.0 beta, bitch! Fuckers!
Fuckers! What are we doing? What are we even watching, guys? I don't even know.
Holy shit!
What's that fucking language?
I wonder what he actually broke for this. It's like real insides of a computer.
Fuckers!
Why does it kind of look like that thing you shouldn't feed after midnight?
Alright. Who wants some? Motherfucker!
You have to admit, console war was fun.
Oh, wow. Oh, not you!
I'm having a moment on what movie it is.
I'm the Lord of the Harvest! Bring it down! Bring it down!
Evil Dead, thank you. I was like, it's Evil something, because Rise of the Dead is like its third one or something, and I was like having a moment, but what a fucking nerd. He's out nerded us all.
What? Fuck!
We annihilated him!
Yes, we did! What the fuck is that shit?
Oh. All this shit? I'll tell you all about it.
Okay. Wait, so we had a teen? Oh my god, that's how old it is. MySpace links. Holy crap, this is ancient. So this was actually a big production. Almost, like, for YouTube standards at this time. MySpace. MySpace. And we'll never see it because I'm going to bed. That was a better one. I like that one. But I wouldn't mind seeing. I wouldn't mind actually seeing one of his newer ones to compare it to, not like 12 years old or something. Oh, that's like 2000s. Yeah. Well, this is a re-upload, but yes, around 12 years ago. That's 2014. Jeez. 12 years ago feels like it should be further back than that now. Software. But yeah, but no, I mean, like, even getting extra people on it was, like, big for the time. You know, I guess. Well, I suppose Smosh was like peak popularity, and they were doing huge productions around that time, I suppose. So. But this is a re-upload, so I don't know when it originally came up. Do you know, Roxas, when this originally came out? 2013. Yeah, because this says it's a re-upload. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I feel like 2013 MySpace is pretty outdated. Oh, so 2006, 2007, yeah. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get ready for bed, but thanks for watching the video with me. It was fun. You can argue with Roxas in the bottom if you thought it was a good or bad video, and you can request your own by becoming a member or a YouTube member. A YouTube member, a Patreon member, or a Twitch sub, and suggest it in the Discord server. If not, you can join on stream and we can react, and you can suggest there. Yay! Hey, you're my first. You're the guinea pig. You're the one who said yes. And I'm trialing. Okay, guys, for chat here, I am trialing like when something's a suggestion from someone like that. Like I'll say their names, and it's like, oh, this was suggested by a community member, kind of thing. So, but if you don't want to, I'll also not do it if that's something you want. Because like Roxas craves violence, so he wants to argue with people if possible. But I know not everyone wants that. Yes, happy Chinese New Year to everyone. We'll see you at 6 in the morning. Yeah, it's in LA. Yeah, it's 12 here. I need to go to bed. It's bedtime, guys. It makes sense psychologically. Oh my god. I'm going to go make some nachos. Oh, that sounds yummy. I can't wait until I can eat Mexican food again once I move out. My grandparents don't like Mexican food. It's too spicy for them. It makes me sad. Like, I'm compromising with my grandma right now on how to make a lasagna. Because she doesn't like 80% of things in lasagna. And I'm just like, life's hard, man. Life's hard. But I really feel like lasagna, so I'm going to make it happen, you know. Okay, guys, I will see you tomorrow, most likely, either for Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridged or a different video game. So if it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge, it'll be Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge and then a Yu-Gi-Oh! Game or Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. And if it's something else, I'll try and schedule it, but I'm not sure what it's going to be. It'll depend on my day and if I actually get into the anime channel and stuff like that, because I got a couple things to do. Whee! I've seen a video of a place to lasagna noodles with ramen. Yes, it's actually, you can use lasagna sheets, or at least the freshy ones, as a lot of good things, actually. You can use it for a lot of stuff. Who is online? Smaku, there's Sayu, there's Fairy Marie. I know her from something, I don't know what. OB Katy Cat. There's Leaflet. Oh, Jay's on. They were gonna Jay. Okay, guys, just say out of the ones I'm saying, say quickly, and then I'll pick whoever you say the most. Okay, one each. Jay, Jay said yes to a collab with us, so that's cool. I followed Akari. She's nice. I'm pretty sure Frey is one of, like, we got a leaf anyone else? You put in media is looked at as suggestions. Yes, it just, I don't automatically do it. And it's like very random. Leaflet. You know. Okay, Leaflet. And I'm now putting it on you so you guys get cancelled if you suggest someone bad, not me. That's not Leaflet. The least political option is not Leaflet, though. I don't mind, I will get cancelled at some point in thing. Nah. I don't want to be cancelled because I don't want to be annoyed. Okay, we're raiding over to Leaflet. Be nice, be sweet, be lovely, don't get in trouble. I know you have it in you. Leafit? Who the hell is Leafit? Long time ago. Damn. Nah, I was too antisocial. I think MySpace was dead before I even, like, went onto the internet for the first time. Doubt? I don't doubt you. Okay. Do we have to stay out of trouble, Saj? Oh, at least try. Can't really get in trouble with her. Does she not have many rules? I haven't actually looked at it before. But guys, we're gonna raid over. They're playing Fate Trigger? I haven't heard of that one. But okay guys, I'll see you tomorrow for something. Does Helldivers. I do want to play some Helldivers again, so yes. Hey Aqua, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Delinquents. It's on my list to play, but it's probably not gonna be anytime soon because my PC keeps fucking KOing itself, so I'd probably not until I go overseas, so next month. Okay, guys, let's raid. Bye-bye, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. And don't spam slurs. Fair rules, honestly. That's why I just put in common sense. Because I don't really ban people. It's just like, just don't use common sense and don't be expected that chat won't call you stupid. Because I can't control them. Okay, bye, guys.